Thank you so much, sir.
We see you.
Thank you.
And
That's me.
That traffic's horrible, isn't it?
Out on the other side of the highway, you know,
We'll see.
right,
Oh,
at every part of town. The terrible, the one that you have three lights that takes you 45 minutes.
okay, you guys are live.
A few minutes ago,
Yeah,
and he's talking about, he's working on that right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Hey, Judy.
I was saying look up too,
Yes, we
right
are.
in. Yeah, the intersection of this side, I'm thinking to make in two cars.
Not bad.
Block the intersection there, but it's no problem. And,
Yes, yes, I think I did, but I gotta go look at my email, but I'm not sure, but send it to me. Send it to me directly.
I don't know, I think the county's
I
coming
got
up the
it.
lights,
All right.
and they need to do a traffic study on it. Should.
William Perez here,
Yeah. I mean, I could.
Larry Bowman here, Pedro Fiallo here,
You're okay.
and I'm here.
yo aquí.
Yeah, we're actually in the meeting right now, we're live.
Live from New York.
So.
Saturday Night Live.
Judy, fitness there or something, all right. All right, meeting call to order, time now is. United States of America.
And to
To
the
the
republic
republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please take your seats. All right, this subcommittee is being called to review applicants for the banner. We have received several applications. Can you pull up the spreadsheet? Bill? Sir,
Of the
you got
new
public
applicant.
comments?
Sorry.
And
He wants to
you're
go,
here?
no, if he,
That's no more.
he said.
Oh, okay, he wants to join the
He wants
committee.
to join the
Okay, good to meet you.
I have a total of, I believe, I have the
That's-
same
that's-
sheet that-
People who
It's Colin
reapply.
Perez.
Oh,
Yeah, entire Colin. Marines, Jarheads.
Rams.
so the
That's a
same,
problem, already.
so the same sheet that she sent via email, the one that I have in
Yeah.
front of me,
Yeah.
and it's a total of 9.
Please.
If
Thank
you
you.
give me a moment, I can try to.
Does it start with the name Martinez, Alexander Martinez?
Usted empieza a hablar ahora.
No, these are the ones that reapply, the reapp. And they're loose.
Yeah, that's not what we have. We're supposed to have, there were new applicants we're supposed to approve. I didn't bring my laptop. But it's in their email.
Let me see what I can pull up. So your
Yeah.
question is the ones that have applied in the application that's been open, right?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
If you're,
Yeah.
Because these-
Other one, yeah.
these are
Is
old
it,
ones.
is it necessary, we discussed this before, but we didn't have a conclusion on it, to resubmit the DD 214, all that stuff all over again, if you've already done it? Is it necessary to do
I
it
don't
all
think it's a
again?
hard thing to do.
It is.
It is.
It requires making a PDF of your DD 214,
Yeah.
requires doing all the paperwork all over
That's
again.
not, you should have your date, you can pull it off of VA. You know,
I do
how
have,
about if you get VA benefits, how about the benefits letter that says, you know, you're, you don't have to even say the one that says.
Well, I'm just
100%.
asking, here's what it is, I mean, just.
There's a VA letter,
It's
there's a
just
VA letter
wrong.
you can pull that says, here's your period of active duty. And here's your disability.
We
No,
reinvented the wheel. I
it's
think we're
specifically asked for
ready to
DD
reinvent the
214, I've got one, I mean, it's not a big deal, but.
Yeah.
It was brought up by more than one person that, you know, they have to redo everything all over again. It's quite a deal. The last time, you know, I think Gary did it for me last time. I gave my DD 214, he did all the paperwork for everyone. Gary, remember that when you were doing that a while back? We gave our information to Gary and Gary did all the applications.
Up until 2021,
I
I
mean,
did all the better, 2021,
was it 21? And Gary did,
and we had 93 banners at that time.
right?
After that, it was.
Yeah.
We'll send them to military TV banners and they'll
Well-
vet them, and they would say they don't.
Here's the thing, we already voted.
Yeah.
And
at
people
this
have to
point, there's
reapply.
no-
So now the question becomes, what's the process? And the easiest, there's two easy processes. Either you provide us your DD 214, or you provide us a letter from the VA, which if you are a veteran and you're not registered with the VA, and you don't have the, you not have access to the VA website portal, there's something seriously wrong there, And it's one of the many letters that you can download. It has.
Gary,
your-
what happened to the DD 214s that we gave you? We've already
No, they've
submitted.
been turned into the town, they should be here.
Kyle, do we have those?
I don't know which are the ones you did. What I know, but I'm just telling you, I wouldn't know which are the ones you uploaded versus, that's not the concern here. The
Yeah.
question is, we have a process and who did the process for this person? These are the names we have. That's really what the question is to me.
But,
So
okay.
give me a second and I can log in and I can
Yeah,
tell.
but here, I'll start with the problem.
All right, now I'll go back to what I was saying since I was interrupted. So anyhow, so the whole idea is we have a lot of folks on there and they may no longer rate to be on there for whatever reason. And so we decided that instead of me sitting there or the committee sitting there, voting people off the island, which wouldn't be fair, is that people just need to reapply. And again, either you do a DD 214 or you have that VA letter, which if you have registered with the VA and you have any disability or you get any treatment with the VA, it's online. It's one of the many letters you can download, make a copy of, and it says you serve from this period of time to this period of time, this branch, and your discharge is that. It's available to anyone who gets any kind of VA benefits. And you know who gets VA benefits? Every single veteran now. So the problem I have is I didn't vet everybody. All right. When I started vetting people, because of my level of experience of 32 years in the Marine Corps, being a commanding officer, chief of staff, second Marine Division, I can read a D214. And I have found fraud, serious fraud. People pretending to be a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, and I just call up the Air Force directly because a colonel in the Marine Corps retired can do that. And I get the head of personnel, and they pull him up and they say he's never been in the Air Force. He pretended he had 4 Purple Hearts. He pretended a bunch of things. I also found a gunny in the Marine Corps. He said he had 3 Purple Hearts. He had none. He said he did 7 tours of Vietnam. He did 1. And the rest he was an admin chief in the reserves. So I think if we're going to be wasting taxpayers' dollars to put things up, we have an absolute obligation to make sure, one, these people, are actually vetted by the committee, not one person, by the entire committee. So I don't mind. I mean, my application is resubmitted again to include my DD 214 and my picture.
And I can do that as
Yeah.
well, but not everyone else will.
Well,
That's the
and then that's the thing. That's not the problem. That's
Okay.
their problem.
Okay.
You don't
now-
have a right to have your banner up. To
Okay.
have, we're honoring you to have your banner up. You don't have a right to it.
Okay, let's establish the database.
Yeah,
We got an email from Mr. Bell with 83 names.
okay.
6, 1 is listed 3 times. And 3 others are listed twice.
Okay, that's administrative stuff.
No, hold on. That's only,
And we have 100.
as of 1990, as of 2022, we have 93.
Okay, so we
So what are
have,
the other 16?
we have another 16.
I'm not even on this list.
No, but that makes sense. That's exactly the point. These are the people that submitted their application sometime last year, all the way till to now.
No, she said these are people who applied from 2019 to
Correct.
2020.
Okay, exactly. So those are the, No.
2024.
no. That list, I can pull it right now, and I'm gonna pull it for you guys. I need a moment. That list are people that applied through our website, which you guys have minutes from last year where you said, oh, we're gonna open it up indefinitely and people can continue even after we post the banners. We're gonna
Right.
continue receiving those applications. And then separately to that, you have to remember, there are old banners that are also in the system.
Right.
Right.
Those were not part of that list, unless she put it all together for you. Those were not part of that list. And those are the ones that she was reaching out to individually because they expired past 2 years. So really the only list that is up to date right now that I guess you're automatically keeping on are the ones that applied in the last 2 years, is my understanding. 2 years was the
That's okay.
criteria.
These are old, some old ones in here.
Exactly.
Are
Then
we-
just the old ones, she reached out to letting them know there's a process, you need to reapply.
Have we contacted every single person
Yes,
that's got
she
a
did.
banner?
So she
Yeah,
sent
but-
you guys
but that
notes.
means-
I don't believe I've seen anything either, right?
She sent you guys notes.
No, haven't
I don't think
received
I've seen
anything.
anything either.
She sent the committee, if you let me finish. She sent the committee notes, which I have here, of 9 names. Of 9 notes of names of people that had already reapplied, that
Right.
answered
Yeah.
to that reapplication email.
So
So,
in this, Bill, if I'm not mistaken, on this meeting, basically what we want you to do is these applications, as they come in, we, the committee, and yourself are gonna be, because you're the expert, DD 214s. We're gonna review these things and go yay or nay on it, correct?
Yeah, basically, look, I mean, actually, this meeting, we actually have a list of names, starting with Alexander Martinez. I did not bring my laptop. But she said that-
I'm pulling up the ones we've received on our website that to me, my understanding are the ones that are the latest in the last 2 years.
yes, and that's the one, the real application guys, I've seen this, and she needs to put in their actually application stuff, their DD 215 or their VA benefit, VA service letters.
Yes,
So those are just who's applied right now.
Now, when folks were applying from the beginning, when we had this nice looking form, not everyone applied through this, submitted it to the town, either via email or walked it in here.
I also want to have a meeting where we'll review the qualifications.
And that would have gone in the system, in the computer system in town.
Right.
If they're in the
so
file,
the old ones, we go back to the same thing, the old ones she reached out to, letting them know they need to reapply. I think
But
we're
how?
repeating the same thing, because she has their contact information.
But those
from
are not
old-
old.
Those are not old?
No, I'm just saying, I'm not even there. Angel is not there.
That's
When was
Yeah,
your
but
banner
he's
put
not
up?
there.
When was your banner put up?
Beginning,
We
So you
started-
know what may have happened if
We started
I'm
from day
seeing
one.
a trend here. The committee members are the ones whose names were not sent emails. You know why? Because the committee members were probably just added on and didn't go through the same process that everybody else went through. Because I can see that happen. Oh, yeah, we know that Gary needs to be added. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but that could have happened with some committee members.
I think we all applied.
And again, this seems like a very old process, so that's the point. We're all bringing it to the very modern, this is what's
Yeah.
going on right now. There's no point in going back and, oh, we did this right or we did this, right. Okay, what are we doing
We'll
right
have
now?
a meeting where we reconcile the list.
We have
And
to
make sure-
reconcile it,
we'll
yeah.
make
And
sure that
really,
happens,
that's what
right?
this meeting was about, maybe I'm wrong, but she wanted you guys to go through the banners to make sure which ones you have on there. That maybe we don't have an application for, and now we know, oh, this person is old and we need to maybe get their information.
but that information was in the town before. otherwise it
Whatever
wouldn't have been a
information we have has been pulled.
Yeah, I hear you, but we can deal with that issue later. We're not here to solve that issue. We're here to solve we're here to vote on those.
If there is a banner, it's because documents were submitted.
Correct.
And those
Correct.
documents should be in the town.
Well, that's what I asked initially.
Okay,
because they, you
and
know,
I'm
risk it
repeating the
from
same thing here. If we have information, those people have been reached out to. That is where we're at.
We haven't been reached.
So maybe you guys didn't submit something. That's the only thing
I
that makes
submitted
sense.
everything, because we used to go through this. We have to
So
submit
here's,
it.
We're going
so
around
then
circles.
you, yeah, so then, and this is the last thing I'll say, but then that means Gary Cardenas, maybe we lost that information. Let's just put it out there. I don't know if we did. Maybe we did. If that's the case, that's why it's important for you guys to go through these banners, because your name would come up there and it would, when you reconcile, you'd see, oh, we didn't reach out to Gary. We need to reach out to Gary. That's exactly why you guys need to go through those banners.
Yes, and I was suggesting in my response that you go to military tribunal folks and from their database, give us a list.
Yeah, we should have a list
Yeah,
from military tribute banners and going through it and by one.
right.
That's another issue we'll take care
That was one of my suggestions.
But then they have to pile up different years, because remember, they just reprint, they only reprint a certain amount every year. They don't do the full batch every year.
Yeah, but that you
of.
have.
But when they reprint it.
Yeah.
We just had them all reprinted.
We're a customer. We're
Oh,
a
you
customer.
did
so this
reprint
is
that.
how-
We just had them all
Not
reprinted.
last year though, the year before.
I think it was last.
Well,
year.
we can ask him for that order.
Yeah.
We had them all reprinted, so let's get the recent list.
Well, actually, we did it in 23, because this
Well,
was.
maybe it was 23, but still.
We did the cleanup and the,
Yeah, when we cleaned them up, we
Reconciliation.
used the wrong kind of soap, we scrubbed the ink off.
yeah, and 2022. And then we had here, which ones needed to be replaced.
I'm looking for the email, Isabella, for the application, I don't see anything, I didn't get anything.
Okay. You guys need to give me a moment,
Mhm.
because I need to log into my email, and I'm also talking, I need a moment. And I mean, maybe she made a mistake in telling me, but the note she sent me was, these are the notes for the reapplications.
I put in a new one. too. Well, I haven't. Green.
You got a cold, though.
No, I got allergies.
Allergy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the milk trees are starting to bloom now,
Oh, my God.
What's that? Which one?
the allergies,
Yeah, it's this wind. Blows it all around.
Yeah, I'm not able to get into this right now, like, I would have needed this in advance. I'm trying, but
Never.
That,
Mary,
what, mom and you and I, that inventory that we do.
we want it,
Yeah, it's 93. 93,
it's 22.
April.
Is this the ones, list you emailed us? The same list that was emailed?
No. This.
this is like not working. I'm happy to pull it and send it, or double check that she did, but again, my understanding was that you guys were gonna go through those banners today, and that's why they were brought here.
no, we're actually was to review. Yeah, the special call or whatever. It sent us a list. Yeah, no. Another list that had included,
She emailed.
it included, she emailed it, included everybody's information, DD 214, it was the actual applications for the new people.
Also, she did send it.
She shouldn't send that around, that's got information on it, social security numbers,
Anything
things like
that is
that.
submitted to us, I will mention, is public information. So
Right.
if somebody does not feel comfortable uploading that, they should not be submitting information to us.
Well, that's people's date of birth and social security.
I
numbers, all those
understand
things.
that,
We
but I'm
redacted.
just letting you know.
Yeah, well, they.
Even if they
crossing off.
but even if we redact it, it is public like,
Well,
it is
that's okay.
public information.
Yeah, just don't want somebody stealing your credits.
I would say that the whole of this from the past should all be.
Okay, on,
Should be is a correct statement.
Yeah.
Now,
Isabel
is it?
sent-
I don't know.
Isabel
And
sent an
Willie, I
email
spoke to Willie
on the
this morning.
fifth with that,
And he
with the
said,
list on it.
All of that
on
should
the-
be on the
On March
military
5th.
banner.
Right, should be is correct.
2019,
There's a-
2023 applicants
Military
on
banner.
the March
It should be
5th
there.
email from
Yeah,
Isabel.
2019, I'm talking about, she sent a smaller list. With, people who were applying, because I went through it. Which I had my laptop.
So I will mention this 632.
Yeah.
There's another committee coming.
The list you reapplied is on our most recent email.
Alright.
And that was dated
I didn't get
There's a
that.
list of those who reapplied for the military activity banners and some additional lists for the subcommittee meeting taking place today at 6 p.m. I'll unfortunately not be able to attend the meeting. I will be taking over. Please
Well-
direct any questions to me via email.
Yeah, that was the last email,
Unfortunately, we don't have the stuff that we needed to do.
but that's not, yeah, not,
But was that information sent to you guys at all?
Yeah, it was, because I
Okay.
reviewed every single applicant,
All right.
all the new
just
applicants, and I
wanna
went
make
through
sure
who
that-
was approved and who wasn't approved. From my point of view, that's why I was asking you to pull it up.
I need a moment to fill it up, like I can't just, so. And unfortunately, your meeting was only 30 minutes.
Yeah. If we would have had that, I would be able to crank through them all, because I went through them all and reviewed their applications.
Yeah, I noticed when that time we had that election for the Grand Master for the parade.
Yeah.
There was a guy in there who spent, I don't know how many years overseas and didn't have a single overseas bar on his record. I mean, it's every 6 months, you're supposed to get a bar. He didn't have any.
Any notes you want me to send to her?
I'll do is, I'll send her an email. Letting her know of the ones that I reviewed. Which ones are,
And then, Bill, in addition to, I mean, the idea of, your knowledge and understanding of the DD 214 is really great, because that'll help us in the military end. We also have to look at, do they actually live in Miami Lakes? Is this
no, I mean,
sort
that's
of-
the thing, we have to set the criteria, I mean, that's the other problem we have, we just got every single person kind of being thrown up there.
So we need to set down and outline, like you said, the criteria,
Yeah,
and then we can move forward vetting the individual applications.
okay, well, considering that we can't pull up the information we need to proceed with those people who have been who submitted information, I mean, I can go through each one that did and tell them what they're missing. I don't know if you just went out to the record.
I'm sorry.
I can tell you everyone who submitted, and once you send me the list
Mhm.
with everybody's information, so I'll just go through it.
I have it here, I just can't put it up there.
All right,
but I do
so,
have it
okay,
here.
first one was Alex Martinez. He did not provide a DD 214 or a VA letter, nor an active duty ID if he is on active duty.
Alexander Martinez, yes.
Also, he did not provide any nexus to Miami Lakes. So his thing is disapproved until he provides us that information.
but that's not on any list that we.
No, she gave it to us. She gave it to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I'm
Yeah, but
She
looking-
emailed it to us. Those are new applicants. They're not on this because those are approved applicants.
These are,
Yes.
yeah, because it's our old name, yeah, most of them.
Yeah, she gave us another list of those who just,
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Okay.
I don't see that.
yes, I'm trying to find it.
Oh,
Next
okay,
one.
because I don't.
It was
have-
20, it was a total of 20,
Yes, those,
23, I have it here.
What time was it?
I don't know when she's,
Email
I
sent
just,
out.
no,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, those 14. If there's 23, there's probably.
it's because some of them were probably already printed from last year.
Yes. Okay, so Alexander Martinez lacks DD 214, no active duty ID, no nexus to Miami Lakes that I can see. Antonio Gomez, he has no DD 214 and no nexus to Miami Lakes.
They're
Chad,
applying,
huh?
they're applying, but not submitting a DD to vote.
Well, one of
Chad.
the things I learned with the town,
It
is
doesn't let you,
if you email a town a
Gentlemen,
picture of your DD
Gentlemen,
214, they don't get it.
please complete this?
It's gotta be a
So we can get
PDF.
out of here. This is the purpose of the meeting. We can just talk about this later on. Chad Sorrentino, he's approved. Irving Bennett is approved, provided he's a War II vet. He's the son of, or he's the dad of Dr. Bennett, dentist. Jose Yabra Borot, no DD 14, incomplete package. Juan V. Dabu, he is, his wife's an employee of
Works
the
here.
town. And that's the only thing I needed, and I got that information just now. So his wife's an employee of the town, he's a postal worker, and he delivers some items. So he's approved. Dabu, D-A-B-U-B, you got that?
Yes.
Leonard Polo, his nexus is American Legion Post.
Right.
Martin
But
Gonzalez,
I'm leaving, so he's approved, is that?
He's approved.
Polo?
yes, Polo's approved. So right now, all I have approved is Sarantino, Bennett, Dabub,
Tarantino is,
Chad,
I don't see his name.
Dabub,
The
and Polo.
Martinez is not, so now Martinez, for example, do you want us to reach out to that person saying, hey, the committee finds that you're missing this?
Yes.
Or is it already a no? You already know it's a no.
I don't know.
You don't
He
know, you
didn't-
need
he
more
didn't include-
information.
Yeah, we need information. He didn't include that name. One guy just provided me his driver's license. And I'm like, okay, great.
Need
What am I
more
gonna do with that?
info.
Well, how did they, how did they apply?
We have a
Well, it's in the
website.
email. It shows you what they submitted.
Via email?
Yeah, no, she concluded it. When she did the email, she had like a link. and
Yeah, yeah, I
everybody's
saw that.
name, And then you
I
can
did
see
right
everything
here,
they applied.
Right here,
Yeah, so there you go. Okay,
but
all right, the next
when
one,
you apply for that, you can't submit it unless you put the DD 214 in. You can't submit.
You
it
can upload
with the
whatever
FOIA.
though.
you can
You can upload
upload whatever.
whatever.
He
you can upload a
uploaded,
photo
he
yourself.
uploaded his driver's license 3 times.
Oh.
Okay, Martin Gonzalez. He is a Air Force veteran who died on active duty. But I do not know what his nexus is to Miami Lakes. I know he has a lot of nexus to Hialeah,
What's the name?
Martin Gonzalez. There's a person who applied for him,
Oh, I see.
Marcela Maya, but is that person an immediate family member, mother, ex-spouse, sister?
Oh, need more info.
Need more info, what's his nexus? Miguel Rojas. We need to know what his connection to Miami Lakes is,
Rojas?
Rojas,
Okay, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas,
What's
Okay.
the nexus to Miami Lakes?
yes.
Okay.
Pedro Rodriguez Delgado is approved, Ronald Green is approved,
Mhm.
Delgado. Rodriguez Delgado
yes.
is approved. Okay.
Ronald Green is approved,
Ronald Green is approved, okay.
Ruben Gallardo, what's his nexus to Miami Lakes?
He was member of the post,
Is he?
but he was here for a while. He's been out there for a while.
Okay, well then, there you go. And
I
I
think
looked
that
at,
went through.
I looked at his DD 214 and everything, so now he's reapproved.
So he's a,
He's actually reapproved. Because he's already been up there.
that's for, let me make sure. Gallardo.
Gallardo.
Ruben.
Yeah, there was like three or
Gallardo.
four, there was like 3 or 4 people that already were up there.
Right,
And then I'm like, okay, I'm just reapproving.
They probably just resubmitted it last year when they saw it go out.
Okay,
Mm.
William Kniffen.
Mhm.
He's approved, yeah,
Kniffen,
Kniffen
yeah.
is approved,
he was a member of the
Okay.
committee.
yeah.
before.
Perfect.
And then there's a William Perez, which is me. I think it's because I changed my picture,
Is that you?
Oh, yeah,
because I changed my
Yeah.
picture. So if
probably.
you change your picture, you have to resubmit the whole thing. I'm approved.
Well, it just means we received it through that form last
I
year.
mean, I got to look at my DD 214 again.
You-
Did
you
a
want-
lot. Anyway, so.
You like a copy of it?
No, but I'm good.
So then you,
All right.
that leaves the questions for, that,
Oh, that's it.
I still have some more. I have Bennett, Borat, Daubert, which was, I know, one of the,
Tim Daubert is
Mhm.
approved, but he
Vice
no
Mayor.
longer lives, he no longer
He
lives in
no
Miami
longer
Lakes.
I
So,
guess
I
that's
you know,
my
I
question.
think we need to remove his and mail it to him. Does he have family here?
I don't know.
I don't know,
No.
but I will say,
Well, let's, for removal, I wanna have a vote. I propose, I liked him, he's a good guy, but lives in Georgia now. And, he's no longer a resident of
I
Miami
think he
Lake.
still owns an apartment here, doesn't he?
No, he
He
doesn't.
sell it?
Yeah, he doesn't. Haven't seen him.
so
He don't have family.
this is my recommendation. I know you guys need to go back to a full committee anyways, but the recommendation would be maybe there are some that are just not prioritized. In terms of like if there's no space. You know what I mean? Cause you guys
Yeah.
are tight on space. That's kind of the concern here.
Right.
So
Right.
maybe somebody that doesn't live here,
Mhm.
maybe you kind of don't prioritize them in front of others.
I mean,
Well, he has to-
see,
Unless
town.
there's space.
these are the
Vice mayor,
reapplications,
from the vice
right?
mayor.
Yeah,
Again, this is my,
Yeah.
the committee needs to decide.
Yeah,
that.
this is reapplication. Yeah, well, Tim was the vice mayor and he was a councilman, but, he's no longer here. You know, but maybe we want
I guess
to,
that's the
because he
criteria.
was there, like your town you grew up in, your name's on a monument there, isn't it? So who knows, you know, maybe it's somebody.
It
who's
seems because,
lifelong-
you know, Tim's given a lot to this
Yeah,
town.
so,
I mean, in the the veterans, I mean, he sponsored people in the American Legion, paid their
But I
uniform.
think,
He stays in contact with.
He's done a lot.
if I may,
Somebody
I
reach
don't,
out.
I think there should be a defined criteria. Like, yes, I know you guys know this, but what is the criteria on paper? What is the criteria? And I think that needs to be followed throughout.
Well,
That's why you
criteria-
guys need to come up.
the
with
criteria
that.
has been, you have to reapply rate.
Right, but then
So
what's
you
the
can sell-
criteria for selecting them?
Well, see, right now, what I'm hoping is a lot of people don't reapply and we don't have to worry about the selection.
But if when they do reply, then you guys are now in a situation where you have to move quickly and decide.
Yeah,
And
what-
that's
what-
kind of what's the criteria,
What
right?
if we set down a criterion like we did, like, let's say for deceased individuals
Right.
or Purple Heart individuals? Maybe we could set one for a previous town councilman or whatever, you know, in that case, we could.
To me, it's like, that's a typical historical division kind of thing.
No, we need to
100%.
put an exception in there
Yeah.
that would set them apart from the
Well, we'll
others.
figure that out another time.
One last question for you. So tell me the ones that were not approved, I just
Yeah.
wanna make sure I got them all. I have 4, but maybe I missed. one. No, I have 3.
Okay, Martinez was not approved. He had no record of ever serving.
Alexander R. Martinez.
Yes.
Okay, I have that.
And no nexus, Antonio Gomez, no DD 214.
That's the one I'm missing.
Are they submitting their picture, Bill, to you, the one they want to put on the banner?
Yeah, pretty much they are.
It's
Uh,
a
Is it
full
guys in
application.
pink suits or nothing?
No,
We need to remove that.
Antonio Gomez
Yes.
needs more info
DD
or
214, yeah,
DD?
or the VA letter.
that's a, you go to the VA time.
Yes.
That's what it's.
Well, nothing, that's, no, the entitlement letter tells you. how
So I
much
have
money you
4
get.
of them.
Disability. VA service letter tells you how much.
This is one. Right,
I have 4 of them then. Martin Gonzalez, Alexander Martinez, Miguel Rojas, and Antonio Gomez. Right?
Yes, and Gallardo. No, we found
No,
out.
he's
Gallardo.
already-
Yeah,
Gallardo
we
you found.
approved, we approved. We found this. That's it.
Yeah, we're just about done.
Okay,
Sorry.
I didn't know,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay, thanks.
We gotta- so they had-
All right. Any questions?
No.
We'll deal with the other issues another day.
question,
What
question.
should we do with those things?
Okay, question.
Look it out.
We have someone who's paying for the banner. Fred Center,
Yeah,
Right.
and should we inform that maybe half the banners will not be up there this year?
Well, we
It's not
normally
gonna be
tell
that.
him what the pricing is. We normally give him the pricing for it.
Right, but
I
he-
think that we
yeah,
have
but
touched base with Fred.
He's
on
the
this
one who
whole
brought
thing.
that project into the
So
town,
that we get go.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all public information.
yeah, years ago.
We just, we just let Fred know, or Bill could contact Fred. I don't mind doing it.
I mean,
Someone should.
once I actually have actual data of what we're doing, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, we'll make an assumption.
But-
You know, I'm not gonna tell something based on an assumption. Hey, we assume we're gonna be doing this.
No,
Because you
I
really
agree.
don't know till you have the phone
Shouldn't
number.
allow anyone
Yeah.
to be up there, but the question is, if you already been vetted before, why
Uh-huh.
do you have to reapply?
Yeah, Fred,
And
Fred
if
said,
you-
yeah,
and if
Fred's
you
like,
don't,
Well, the
Yeah,
committee
we-
decided to
We
reapply,
already
so at
did
this
that.
point,
Yeah,
that's
That will
done.
pass. That
I
will
know.
pass.
And if for any reason the sponsor doesn't want to sponsor now, then that committee
Yeah.
does have funding.
The rule,
for
the
that.
rule, Gary, the rule passed. You have to.
yeah,
reapply.
no,
So, I mean, we're not gonna revisit that rule. We all voted on it. I know you weren't here, but it was pretty much unanimous. Because we want to put the onus on the person who wants their banner up or their family.
Oh, I know,
to take care of
I
it.
know.
I don't want to agree with that, throw people off.
Yeah.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Thank you.
All right, sure.
Adios.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, welcome, ladies. I'm gonna call the business to, what time is it? 6:52 is the start time, sorry, meeting to order at 6:52. Okay, roll call. I think you're. Sorry, I'm sorry, I was thinking about his name and I was thinking.
I hear.
My day here. That's me, Alicia, okay, Liani here, okay, Jacqueline,
I'm here.
Jessica,
Here.
Anna,
Present.
and Haley.
Here.
All here.
So, or next I go to number 3, order of business, any deferrals or additions or deletions, anything we need to add? Haley, was there anything I had to add?
I think you did.
I did add it, or there was something I remember, there was something I had said I have to add to. I can't remember what it is, not coming to me, but I want, can I come back? to
Oh, I
that?
would recommend if someone motions to vote on an update on the proposed rules.
For the rubric, was it the rubric?
No, it wasn't the rubric, it was for
For the
the
committee rules?
committee rules, yeah.
Yes.
The
just say
deadline
that.
for that already passed and it's already part of the new agenda.
Also, it was voted on, so it was approved.
No, it hasn't been
Oh.
voted on,
Oh.
but like the deadline for the committee to give feedback is done at this point.
Oh,
The council member has already received it from all the other chairs and
We did.
already compiled
I
them.
think we did get feedback, we did. No, what I wanted to know was, what we wanted to know.
If there was a
was
decision.
If there was a decision made.
Next council meeting next week, that's when they're gonna review it and.
Let us know.
Yeah.
So you guys will let us know if the, obviously. if that's
Correct.
about- So yeah, we don't need that, we don't need anything for that, but I thought there was something else, I don't remember.
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
So How do I add something? to
You have to make a motion to add.
Okay, I make a motion to add a suggestion for the town and the EAB to collaborate on a PTSA breakfast for the PTSA members in the town.
Schools?
I'll second it, has to be 8D, right? 8D.
Yeah, underneath it.
Yeah.
So it would be 8D.
Call, what's it called again? PTSA?
PTSA breakfast acknowledgement.
That's good enough.
For the
Acknowledgement.
Yeah, yeah, acknowledgement, that's breakfast acknowledgement.
To collaborate with the town.
Any other additions, anybody? We have to vote on that, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Okay, so
I
I
seconded
motion
it. You seconded it, and then, everybody,
those
all
in
in favor, oh, anyone?
All those in favor.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No, aye.
Any
No,
opposed?
any opposed? No, none. So it
Motion
passes,
passes.
motion passes. Haley knows the rules better than I do, so at this time of the day, I can't even think to collaborate with the town. Okay, so I'm gonna go on next now to public comments, any public comments? None,
I will mention
oh.
just for your knowledge, we are now taking public comments through Zoom.
Oh.
The link has been updated online, so people, it takes them directly to this, but.
It's glitchy.
Yeah. But I checked about like 10 seconds ago and there was
There's
nothing.
no public comments, that's interesting. No?
And I will, just for your knowledge, public comments are kept online, are only kept to, and when you guys open public comments, after that, it's similar to other meetings, it's done at that point. Yeah.
That's very good, otherwise it could keep commenting.
Um,
Okay, I'm going to move now forward to the And I have a competition tomorrow. I have a JV march competition tomorrow, and I have LHS induction next week. So I'm pretty much I'm gonna start. Anyway, no, my question is,
For the last.
for the last meeting, when is it you're having the last meeting with the kids?
It would be in May, so
In
I think
May.
it's
So
scheduled
we
in
still
next
have-
week.
okay.
Not next week, next.
And when do we vote on the new person for next year? For Haley? Is that?
No, it's in
when
May.
the
May,
position-
yeah.
It's in May as well. Do we have anybody apply? Weren't you telling kids that were gonna apply? Did we?
You said you had like. kids-
Yeah, I do have kids.
Well, I
but
can,
they haven't been
sure.
up-
Yeah,
It's
they.
been
tricky
kind of the
part is
meeting.
when I do the
They're
download,
serious about it.
Oh.
they
So I'm
all
like,
say
I
Hialeah,
see that.
so we're trying to figure out
Like,
who
they-
actually lives in Miami Lakes. Because when I download when I do the file download, all of them say Hialeah, but I know for a fact, they're not Hialeah. Cause I'm looking at the
address, yeah.
addresses and it's like, that's not
Because
Hialeah.
you know, the mailing says.
The main is
Hialeah.
Hialeah.
I know.
So I'm trying to figure out, cause I sent out for the awards to 8th graders and 12th graders,
Mhm.
and I did a file download and I'm like, that's not Hialeah, that's not Hialeah, that's not Hialeah, that's not Hialeah. So we're trying to figure out who actually lives
Yeah.
at Miami Lakes. But I could, yeah, I could put it out to my
What about
kids.
you guys? Don't you have seniors, you and Claudia? Then.
You know what, I'm gonna ask, I have a kid in,
You can
the-
ask.
I do check with my SJ.
does it have to be, what grade level, does it
It does
matter?
have to be somebody who lives in the town, right, for this position, or?
Let me double check the.
But does it have to be a senior?
No, it could
No,
be
it
like.
could be any.
Any school.
Anyone in high school.
Anybody in
Okay,
high
cause I got a few kids that I think live in Miami Lakes that I think would be great.
Okay, please put a feelers out, because we have to, we're getting applications in April, once the application's open.
April.
They've been open.
Oh, they've been open, and nobody's applied, right?
Deadline is May 9th.
And
I know
then-
exactly.
You know, everybody waits till like last. minute.
Of course, but still.
I know.
It's tough sometimes.
And she would be interested.
Must be currently enrolled in a local
Right.
Miami
Do you guys
Lakes.
over here? So, yeah.
So they don't have to live in Miami.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah,
it
but
is.
she's not enrolled in Miami Lakes.
This is enrolled in a
Oh, yeah,
local Miami Lakes.
yeah, it has to be enrolled.
So that's something
So
required?
it has to be somebody for you that lives here.
Student member must maintain a minimum grade.
Well, yeah,
point
like
average.
just-
So it doesn't have to be someone that lives here, but has to be, go to
Going to
school
school
here.
here.
Yeah, so I can.
School here.
Yeah, they were in the high schools.
So,
But
so
wait,
then you can't. Yeah,
Wait,
all your
but
school, yeah.
Maurice was an HMO.
Because HMO counts as
Is it
one
one
of
of
our
our
counts
feeder
as one of our
schools.
feeder
Okay.
schools.
Good.
So then she can't. So you said you had somebody? Mia?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
double check the resolution. I'm pretty
Not
sure.
really.
Okay. And Claudia, you said you have some?
I might, yeah.
Please see if you can read
Mhm.
them. So did we get a flyer for that to advertise that? We did? I'm sorry, but can you resend?
I'll resend all flyers.
I know we have the ones for the town, the awards, that one I have in the EAB.
Yeah, 'cause I sent the award one.
I don't remember your position, one flyer, a position for student advice.
Well, I know for sure they were sent to intergovernmental. If you guys have any contacts there, I wanna confirm because I followed up and I haven't received the confirmation. That's not to say they haven't sent it, but I haven't received the confirmation that they have sent it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Did you
that's a-
send another email to find out?
Yes.
Ah. Thank
I'm
you.
very pushy. So I would be like, did you guys get it? Did you get approved? Did you send it out? Did it work? I just got like that in my old age. I was very shy when I was in.
Okay, so we're gonna go now, approve, yeah, we're gonna approve the minutes, so guys, go ahead and look at the minutes, and then we can approve the minutes. The minutes are, they're on next page, is right there.
Oh,
Yeah, right. As soon as there's a motion to accept the minute.
those were my first minutes, guys.
They look, I think they're great. They look actually very nice. Yeah, thank you. So the point of advice.
I know. I wish I would have known, I just typed so much.
Alright, I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
Move it.
Second, any second?
I'll second
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And, no, okay. Motion passes, okay. So let's go on now to number 7, old business. Okay, so updates on the banners. So I'll you remember this one because you said the price changed, right?
Right, so one important detail that we didn't talk about last time is that they have to be put up on a weekend because it is Miami Lakes Drive and it causes way too much traffic during the weekdays. Because of that, it costs a little more. So it does bring the total price to,
it.
You sent that in your email.
yeah, I did say it in the email, but I'm just saying, if whoever didn't see it, yes, so the price went up and then the other detail was, I know you guys wanted to put it up to kind of like profit off of it.
Yeah.
So I spoke to staff and when this initiative was approved, it was not approved with that, I guess with that detail. So if that's what you guys wanna do moving forward, you do have to go to council again. Just something to keep in mind, I guess, for next year at this.
But the cost is basically 150.
It's basically what you guys were gonna put out anyways. It's really 150.
And
We have 22 banners sold.
22 dollars. But at least we're not losing money on that. We
No,
don't lose
no,
money
no,
on
no,
that.
you
It
guys
pays for what
don't
it
pay
is.
for it.
We
Yeah,
don't
it
pay
pays for itself.
It pays for itself. So do you ladies want to try to next year, well, we'd have to go to the council when
Mhm.
to ask for it.
Whenever you guys are up for
This
your
year.
reporting schedule. Yeah, I would do
What
it
when-
earlier rather than later, because
Yeah.
then you may forget.
When would that be typically, when is that typically the reporting?
I,
We're in May, we're gonna go to April, we're gonna go to April.
Don't they, have, in the summer, the budget committee workshop?
yes, so come May, you guys do, about May. I start sending you guys an email, you have to start preparing your budgets for the next fiscal year, so that's also an opportunity to do it. But, you guys actually were due for your committee report schedule this month. We didn't receive one from you, so, I mean, you're just not added to the agenda. If you wanna go at any other point during the year,
Wait, but last meeting, it wasn't spoken about?
the report schedule has been shared with all of the committees since the beginning of the year. You guys go up again in November.
November's the next time we can
Yes,
go before.
if you ever wanna go outside of your schedule, you guys can do so, so long as no other committee, is taking their spot.
So we can request,
April,
in April.
I can find out if none of the committees are using the spot, then you guys can be added on.
No, but I mean, can we request like do it in May or because we don't, April's, I don't know, is your.
For me, yes, so long as, so May
A month in
already,
advance.
May has a slot for other committees. So as long as, if they don't need the slot, then I can add you guys.
Okay.
But
So
this,
that's a-
this wouldn't take effect until next year.
Yeah, it
Right,
wouldn't.
so there really isn't an urgency to.
Yeah.
No, so we would find in November.
Might as well be fine.
You can discuss it during the budget workshops. And you
Okay.
can mention it at that point, so you can already kind of
We'll have
alert
an
them
idea. So
that
then,
this is an initiative you wanna,
Yeah.
embark on.
so we'll discuss it next month when we have to give you a
Yeah.
budget idea, right? To see. if
Well,
this is
I'll
something
start
we want.
sending you guys emails when it's time for you guys to start putting the budget together. Well, you guys and all the other committees.
Oh, yeah.
I start sending you guys emails that you guys need to start talking about it. But yeah, really for your committee reporting schedule, you guys, that would still work, because it would be for next year.
So after we have the awards of excellence, we can discuss if we want to either raise, go before them to ask to raise this to.
And
Awesome.
I'll resend
The
you
price
the
amount. We can
committee
decide that.
reporting schedule.
I just don't know if anybody would pay anything over 150 for a month. We can discuss that when if you guys think so, we'll discuss it and then go before.
So we're gonna discuss it after the awards.
We're gonna discuss it after awards of excellence, because right now we need to focus on that, because that's coming.
I think even if it's at 160 or 160,
Yeah,
right?
$10 is-
$15.
Yeah.
There's 22 sold.
I'm for it, I think.
We need the
this is-
money.
We need the money.
Yeah,
so I'm for
it's
it.
just, I mean, you're not gonna raise the price 50 bucks.
No,
No.
like 15, 10
Right.
dollars, anything. We can discuss it. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to 7B. Updates on the awards of excellence nominations. Have we had any nominations?
Double check. Earlier this week, I didn't have it.
I'll check on the status of mine. I know we were trying to get a few 8th and 12th graders.
Can you give us the status of the school, of your school, this evening? Nothing, nothing.
Well, I'm not safe. So I don't.
Oh.
have-
Yeah,
Like,
but
they wouldn't have pushed it out to me.
well, wait, isn't the awards also for, what grade is it?
No, it's only
Oh,
6 and 8.
6 and 8, yes, the.
No, it's
Not
5,
5,
8,
8,
and
5,
12.
8, and 12.
I don't know if I-
Oh, okay, okay, okay. No, your
Sorry,
school doesn't do any
yeah.
of those, oh,
No, yes, they do 5th and 8,
yeah.
but I'm not 5th grade, so they wouldn't have pushed it out to my.
To the
grade level.
teacher.
Yeah,
Right,
Oh, but
but
we're not taking, I find out
Oh,
from
yeah,
school to
yeah.
see if, because they
Yeah.
we have with somebody in your school. And Claudia, can you
Maybe
check in
know
your
myself.
school to see?
Yeah.
You two, I've sent it to Barbara Bowman, I'll send it again, send it to your school. Let's just keep pushing, because I mean, it would be sad not to have, I think that's the problem we had was like one kid for every category,
Eliminate a few categories.
because there weren't enough nominees.
There wasn't
And we're
any
doing
numbers.
our own award nomination, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask my activities director to look at, because if they're nominating for science, well, let's go, let me see where the kid lives. If he doesn't nominate, so it's,
That's a good idea.
you know, but we don't have that many kids that live in Miami Lakes.
No, they don't, they
And that
don't,
they
they don't
happen.
have to live in Miami.
Yes, they do,
Well, they do for you.
Because they
do
don't go to
for you,
school in Miami
but you
Lakes.
don't-
they have to be 8th and 12th.
so
There's a
that's-
lot of criteria there that have to fall into place.
Early in the week, there was nothing, there were no
No,
nominated.
you give me a minute. I'll
Okay,
check.
okay, I know those, well, there's nothing there.
No
It's up to
here.
advertise. Okay, I'm gonna go forward now to 17 for sponsorships.
So pongo no nominations.
No nominations of the, unless she tells us otherwise, she's gonna check right.
When is the deadline for nomination?
Flyer,
Okay.
can I pull up the
Is it
flyer?
email?
Okay, pull up the flyer.
The last day is April 7th.
Yeah, because we're gonna come back from spring break and it'll be April, is that the Monday after spring break?
No,
No.
No,
no, that's the week after.
So, okay. We only have next week
Yeah.
and then a week, you know, like, we don't have much time. And is the town advertising that, can they advertise that on Instagram, on their social media, are they advertising them?
Yes.
That's there?
It will not be on there every day, but yes,
But they,
because we have to take turns between all other committees.
yeah, maybe you all.
And
can
it
put
was
on
part
your
of the
social
newsletter
media.
as well.
You can put it on your social media and advertise it,
Sure.
to try to give us some peace thing to these. I'm gonna fast forward to sponsorships, Toyota, headquarters Toyotas, they came back and they're gonna do it again for 2,000, right? Was that amount?
Yes.
$2,000? Okay.
And by the way, no, we don't have any
Oh.
nominations.
We don't have any nominations, yeah, there's no nominations, okay, so $2,000, headquarters Toyotas is gonna do that.
Virtual Buffalo's
Thank you
probably
so
gonna
much.
sponsor,
How much are you?
300.
$300?
Who was 300?
Virtual,
Buffalo.
virtual. She'll spend it.
Yeah, it's in line.
And if you guys find anybody else find any other
These are
sponsors?
my sponsors, no?
Sponsors,
This
yeah.
might be a stupid question, I'm sorry. Does the sponsor have to have its business in Miami Lakes?
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Anybody, anywhere.
Okay.
Take it from me.
Take it from anywhere.
I was $2,000, I'm sorry.
2,000 from
Headquarters.
headquarters Toyota. Thank you, headquarters Toyota. We appreciate you. And
Okay,
then-
so I'm gonna ask someone.
Thank God for the woman and then 300 from virtual from Popular.
That's not one.
Yeah. That's the name of it. It's a nonprofit. Okay. So I'm gonna go down below. So if anybody else, any other sponsors? No, we found, okay, so
I'm gonna find
keep looking, if you can find more, the more the better. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to new business number 8A, the words of excellence and planning updates. Haley has a lot of these, go ahead, Haley.
Oh,
Lead the way.
Okay, so I have notes from last year.
Mhm.
So from last year, we did need a cooler with ice, so I don't know if we can request that with the town.
Yes, I'm gonna send you the.
The event
form,
request.
sorry.
About request form, so we have to specify it there.
Yeah.
So can we just fill it out here while we're here, if you said
Yeah.
that?
I have it here that we
Put
can
it
do it
up
out
on-
2 months in advance, because there was like an issue last year that it was.
You can put it up?
Yeah, you can put it up.
Yeah,
and
put
Oh, you have the event form already?
The form?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, she
so-
has
so
it.
you can
She
add
has
I'll
it.
send it to you guys anyways. so you
Yes,
guys
yes, so
have it.
we have. So you can start put adding ice
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so let's like fill it out here while we're.
The caterer, you said you had another caterer or no? No, you had said you
No,
had
because
another.
it was
We're gonna-
usually a school, that doesn't their program.
No,
No,
but that's
no,
for
the
the
paella.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh,
caterer,
okay.
right?
Oh, let me
You
get
said
the
you
kid.
had somebody.
I'll
No,
send
no,
you
no,
one
with the
right
people
now.
from last year, it was $10
I
and
think
we're
I
like.
only have
can
it.
we
Okay,
just
so
keep
we're
it
gonna use
that?
the same caterer.
So
Which email?
who contacts?
Um,
I have a couple.
Yeah, the Hayden 322
Who contacts that person? Who's?
What is it?
Sorry, we're 10 conversations.
The
at once.
paella
The
person?
paella person.
Do you
who-
have their
The number?
information?
I can find it, I think. I
Because it
think I
should
can
be
find
through-
it.
Right, it should have gone through.
Last invoice should have been
Yeah.
there.
So do I contact them? I'm the one that contact them?
Yeah, the committee should be
Okay.
the one.
So if you can send it to me so I can contact them.
Hold on, let me read this out.
Oh, sorry.
And then another big issue that we had last year was the tablecloths, they were too short.
Right, with the order.
So I've been looking into, ones that have some from Amazon, I can just send.
And that's right next, right?
I was thinking either black or like navy blue, and then
Navy
I found
blue.
these centerpieces that has like graduation class 2025 and has different event.
We'll pass it around.
Then it has those.
We're trying to get somebody in that centerpiece, so this is
One.
The ladies to the balloon.
Did you ask her?
She could do centerpiece, but you know what, it's already.
Those are tablecloths that
Yeah.
we're purchasing.
Yeah, that we
You
would
mean
be
tablecloths.
purchasing.
Yeah.
So this is navy blue, and then this is the black one. And then I also found this other blue, but I think it's like a little too like.
No,
out
I think
there.
we should stick with our colors, navy blue, those are color, right? For education.
Yeah,
right?
and then for the centerpiece, I also found one that has.
I just see the centerpiece is kind of small. That one's kind of small. no?
Yeah, cause that's just the little
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe what you could do is dress it up with something around.
Yeah, put something
Yeah.
around it.
How much is the centerpiece one?
The centerpiece, let me.
Can we just like do like vase, flowers and stick it in the middle?
It's $7.99 for 16 pieces,
$7.99?
for 16 pieces.
But with the 16
Wait, is
pieces,
it
they're just
like
little things
$7?
Yeah.
Right? For $7.
So how many
Each
of
one
them?
is
$7.99?
Each one is $7.99?
No, like 16 pieces.
So
equals-
instead of 4 is what.
Instead of
it says.
4, oh, yeah,
Oh.
so 4.
So 4 for $17.99.
$7.99, so it brings 4 of those, a set of those. four.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
so
many
4 of
tables?
those.
So 4 and 8, and it depends on the table.
How many tables did we have last year?
That's what she's trying to find right now, because I think it was,
How about 20?
for some.
I think we just got 20.
And the tables were 10 seaters or
10.
It was, yeah, 10.
for 200.
Tables, then you would need 5 sets of those, so what, 40 bucks?
5 times 8 at $40. $40 for centerpieces.
But are they?
Well, for
Well,
the,
it's
for the
just like a
center of the
plate.
centerpiece, because then like we were saying, you're gonna have to dress that up.
So do,
Yeah.
I have a few vases, we don't have to put in a vase for every table, as long as it's clear. You know, in like parties, they have to kind of like have like.
Yeah.
different mix clear vases. They have variety, so if we're gonna. Put
But I want
flowers
I
in
think you
here,
said
then-
14
Yes,
tables.
that's the theme, the centerpiece, and then all the flowers are the
Huh?
same.
14 tables.
14 tables last year? Yeah, because it's not that many people. It's like if you do
Well,
10,
it
that's
depends on the
100.
nominees that we get, like, if
Right.
we don't have like.
Well, then we also have to be careful with that, we don't,
We have to talk about who you're inviting.
Yeah.
and how many
that's-
nominees
Yeah.
you're gonna. Well,
many
obviously, we only invite the winners, obviously, so look at the categories, because you created categories, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So,
and that's if we get a person per category. Last year you didn't have everybody for every category. It's not- it's not people, no, it's very sad. That's what we have to promote. this.
there's 11 categories, and then plus 2 additional people, that's like,
13 people, 13 winners?
You know
Yeah,
what,
13 winners. If you have
can
13
we
winners,
just
then-
like. Send it out again to every school and tell them that they have to send in 2 per grade level, at least from each school. Like, just put it as a requirement, we need 2 per grade level.
They don't have to go through that whole.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, please, please. Please.
Because sometimes it's like. you
And
have
don't
to
say this
choose
came
somebody.
from me.
You have to choose somebody.
you're being recorded.
Don't say.
I know, we're already.
Don't say this came from me. Call
Just hide
Santoyo.
behind the paper.
Ah, okay.
Call
done.
Santoyo. Who's your line director? Who's
Ours is Santoyo.
Santoyo? So it should be, mine is Santoyo. So,
We have tours.
so it should be Taurus, right? So yeah, Santoyo doesn't reach into Miami Lakes. okay.
Yeah, it's tours.
So it's Taurus. Reach, to call Taurus.
Mhm.
Don't Taurus, say Taurus, look, we're doing this, you know, we need your help,
Last year we
please.
didn't have
Can
enough
you
for
urge the
everybody.
schools, please? That this does not come from Miss Robles and a photo. Okay,
There's a school to nominate.
forward the flyer.
and
to the
copy
principals.
Santoyo in it. What the
Well,
heck?
that
It
was the
won't hurt.
request that was
He
already
does come,
made.
Santoyo comes to this.
So copy Santoyo in it. It won't
For
hurt.
the record,
Yeah,
that
but
was,
sometimes you need a little.
Okay, yeah.
Push, so I'm gonna push.
was
Because
I'm
guess
great.
what? Then they'll be like, hey, yo, Miami Lakes Schools, I need you guys to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, I'm doing it, not tomorrow, I have a competition, but on Monday, I'm gonna do it on Monday because, wait a minute, yeah, we're gonna go into spring break and we're gonna come.
I think I copied you on the follow.
Yeah, but nobody responded.
Yeah, that was.
I just see them, but nobody responds. Okay, Monday, yeah, I got it, okay, I got it, I'll do that on Monday, I'll do that on Monday. Okay, somebody wanna call the caterer then, somebody wanna call the caterer, I don't need to call the caterer. Does somebody wanna call the caterer?
I can call you, give me the information, what am I asking them?
Okay, well, just.
I
do
think
the
it would
same
be
thing
to
last year.
repeat last year's. I have the invoice, so I can send it
If
to
you
you.
send me the information, I'll.
Okay, Mike is gonna call the caterer. I'm gonna call Torres and Santoyo, or email them, Torres and Santoyo.
Cause you know what, Santoyo is very close with HML.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes.
Santoyo and HML are like this.
Anna, who you're gonna call?
Torres and Santoyo, Torres and
Good.
yeah, Torres and
Okay.
Santoyo, both of
Yeah.
them, to urge them to come around the schools. I can also do the awards, cause it's, I have a rapport with, Drew, so I can do the awards.
You want to?
I can, you wanna
Go
do?
from now to the commercial, like.
Oh, well, no, okay, no, you wanna talk to, okay, so Jessica will contact, Drew with, what's the name of the ACD?
BCD.
BCD, sorry, BCD. To do the awards
Drew?
again. Drew.
D-R-E-W. Okay. Drew with what?
BCD is the name of the company, BCD.
BCD. Okay.
They're going to provide the awards for the ceremony. Cause they're awesome and wonderful. Okay, so decorations, Haley has the tablecloth, so you're gonna send the link to Aisle.
Yeah.
So I'll order it directly, right? Mona?
I just wanna make sure.
Send me
it's
the
ready.
link.
Yeah, okay, so she's gonna send you the link for those are the tablecloths. Do we want runners, ladies, or do we just want those blue tablecloths? Do we want a runner and the centerpiece or just the blue tablecloth? What do you guys think? Because those centerpieces, again, we're gonna have to beef up anyway. But I was thinking, I don't know, can we do something like, I'm not gonna leave, something like, I don't know, with books and apples and something, I don't know, something educationally, I don't know. But I don't know if that'll work. I'm not getting any response, so I guess. So if you wanna stick with those centerpieces, but what are we gonna do to them? Because they're very small. It's gonna empty, it's gonna look empty in a big table of 10. You're gonna have a little tiny thing.
Yeah,
Ideas?
yeah, I'm just gonna give you a moment. Are you good now? Okay,
Go ahead.
so, yeah, we can either maybe dress up that type of vase with something around it. Or you can find maybe like something circular that you could sit down on top and still put something around it. I mean, there's, you know,
A
there's
base.
different things.
You're talking
Yeah.
about putting that on top of a base, okay.
Like a doily.
Yeah,
Doily,
exactly.
put the base.
You could even do
a charger.
A charger, yeah.
Exactly. And then you
Who's
can.
gonna look for the links on Amazon so that they can send it to aisle to order?
Let me see what that looks like.
I think we should look outside of Amazon.
Yeah.
I'll look for
Dollar
some.
store has really nice.
Melissa, picture.
Or you want to?
More economical. Doily or
I have
charger.
chargers, I have like 20 of them.
Chargers, doilies, some sort of base.
No, no doilies, no doilies.
I do too.
The doilies are
No
like.
doilies.
They're
The doily like
We could even
paper.
mix and match them.
No, not the
Or
paper
some
ones, like the
just
nice
sure.
material.
Like, yeah. There's something.
So I have.
Oh, okay.
We can sit on.
What about like a little glass thing that you put under a vase? That would be too expensive, seguro, no? Like a glass, a veces que
You don't wanna do
no
too expensive, but if we have, let's say 15 tables, we should probably estimate for 15 tables. So let's estimate, like last year was 14, let's just estimate everything from 15 tables.
So 50 cents, because the caterer's probably gonna ask me, how many people?
I sent you the, hold on, let me, I have it open. It was 150.
Oh, okay, so you sent that, oh, okay.
I sent you the
That's why we
invoice
said
and his
15
card.
tables,
Oh,
10
okay.
people.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go by what you.
Yeah, 150. 15 tables, 10 people, that makes sense, 10 people would take, 10 persons, people take. So something for the center of the base.
Wait. We need to get,
Haley,
Bakery
my number is like-
again for the.
Are you gonna, is that your contact? Yeah,
Sure.
okay, so Jessica's gonna contact Vicky Bakery for the appetizers. The
Okay.
cake is from where? Where did you get it?
It was
last year?
Publix.
Publix, okay, and somebody,
Vicky
we.
Bakery.
I have the same order as last year and I could just repeat it if that's what you
Yes,
guys
that's
want.
fine with us.
Are we
yes.
writing everything?
Wait, but-
Writing everything down?
Yes, no, well,
I'm writing it. I forgot my legal pad, but I understand my notes.
Do you remember the cake was kind of plain looking last year?
Yeah.
The cake was kind of plain looking last year.
So then add stuff to it.
Okay, then, yeah, then, if you
Tell them
want,
what you
then
want.
you guys, yeah, if you guys wanna place the order directly, you can. And what we can do is I can go in after and pay for it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it can be you guys directly and I just go and make the payment.
Yes, you can go and you can tell them exactly what you want on the cake. They have really cute back.
Do we have a theme?
Girl, it is a graduation looking cake, right? Like, that's it.
They're just gonna say congratulations on.
No, but it can have.
Congrats, grad.
Okay, so
Yeah, but
what
they're
they're
all
giving us
sweet.
here is just the little sticks.
Yeah, that's like.
So we have to do.
Let's add more stuff.
First. So that's
Oh,
why
it's
I'm
not
saying vase
like
with
a palito,
flowers.
¿verdad?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to add like a vase with a, Trader Joe's has like awesome flowers.
Okay, do.
Unless you guys wanna go to a wholesaler again, I don't have time to go.
I have a wholesaler friend. I just don't know how much money you're willing to spend or what kind of flowers. I would say hydrangeas are gonna be your best bet.
Oh, yes, cause
Yeah.
they're filled.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
like fluffy.
¿Cuánto?
Whatever you guys do, just, this is my reminder to you, we are tax exempt. Please put me in contact with the person so you're not paying for it out of pocket.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can always reimburse you, but I
It's
cannot reimburse you for tax.
Yeah.
So
And do you need
it
a
would be better if
W9?
I just pay directly.
Do you need a W9?
So if I were to pay her cash,
Just let me, like, if they could at least give me
An
a
invoice?
written up invoice, like, that's fine. I just
Okay.
need some type of document.
They have to be like itemized and everything?
Yeah.
no,
like,
it would
okay,
say
we're
like
getting
one box
flowers.
of
Yeah.
hydrangea.
That's
stems.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
What color would you like? I'll
and it
find
has
out.
the business
Why no?
name, right?
It
Like
has
stuff
the
like that,
business
yeah.
name. I would say white.
Yeah, white, the best bet.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the navy blue.
Maybe blue with the white soy stands out.
So find out what that
Which one is
price would
blue
be.
and white, don't we have also red, do we need like a red
we
in
have
there
both.
somewhere?
No, there's no
What,
red.
what are our colors, blue
The
and
red
white?
should be apple.
Okay, so it's blue and white and that's it, blue, white and gold,
Mhm.
blue, white and gold. Okay, so yeah,
And then black.
white. So the white of the flowers are gonna be white, the navy blue table,
Okay, so navy blue.
and then what do we want to put it for gold?
Either gold.
Would this be for, so I can.
Let's wanna put the charger, you said.
Yeah, the charger can
Under?
be gold, the charger can be gold, or whatever we find to put it on can be gold.
Claudia, what
Whatever the
color are your
base is.
chargers?
Gold,
Then she's got the
Perfect. You got
chargers.
chargers? You have.
I've got. There's the twine.
Oh,
that's
perfect, God bless, and it's a big charger.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, it's like the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you put the vase in the middle, okay, so then the vases.
That should
what do you
look
do with
nice.
vases?
Well, oh, cause that
We're all
maybe
gonna
doesn't
bring
come
in
with
vases.
vases.
So
Yeah.
I have like the globes, the circular globes, so you can mix and match.
Yeah, I have.
Like, so you can do the tall, and you can do round.
Ah, you
some
have,
too.
so you have them all, Claudia, you can bring the.
No, she doesn't have all of them.
I don't have all the vases.
I gotta
I
count
have-
how many I have.
I have, I can check when I get home,
Uh,
I have a good amount.
15.
I.
La vamos a do up or down.
Please look at me, when you're like us, I'll send you a pic. I don't know what I have, I know I have to tell you.
I think like something to like.
I'm gonna call my husband, honey, can you do me a favor and FaceTime you so I can give something on the count of my vases?
Of the vases.
I have no, I wanna say that I have probably about 10
10, okay.
of the round ones, okay? Then I have some of the smaller ones, so we can mix and match.
Clear glass vase.
Will that work?
I have some that look like the mason jars.
Yeah, I have some.
I have those, I have
All
some
those.
iron.
Right.
Listen, when you get
Okay,
home,
okay.
everybody take a
Everybody
picture
take
of
a
the
picture
glass
and
ones
send-
that
and
we
what we have, send it to Anne.
and we'll see what we want.
Vase is clear glass.
That's
Do
not
we wanna,
happening today.
do we wanna do a ribbon? Do we wanna
have it.
Wait, do we wanna do a ribbon around the vase, like maybe a gold ribbon? To go, don't look at me like I'm crazy.
No.
like a
we're
gold
trying to
ribbon
picture.
or-
No,
We're getting a vision.
No, I don't like the gold.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna show you, cause I did this today for my induction ceremony today, and it was nice, guys, it was nice.
What'd you
I
do?
would prefer that.
For my NHS induction ceremony.
What'd you do?
That's it.
Too much.
It's too much gold.
Yeah.
It's
Ivory.
Guys, it's not like super gold, I'm trying to get,
What are you trying to do?
So we can see your picture.
that's not tacky gold.
I don't-
Right, but that's because
I
that's
was grabbing
that
her
one
hand.
touch of.
I'm trying to put the thing on.
I'm sorry, we're crazy, I'm so sorry. That's like a gold.
What do you want to do with that?
Put it around the bars.
Yeah, but the globe face, you can put anything around that.
No.
Yeah.
They're fat like this.
Okay, bueno, fine.
So if you do this, it's not gonna really be
Okay.
nice.
No.
But they
I
want
wanna see
cylinders.
Oh,
We
okay.
can do
Send me
some of that.
She
that.
puts it around a clear vase.
Oh.
Clear vase.
So it's an
It's a
accent.
clear vase,
The
it's
gold
an
is an
accent, yeah, it's,
But if we do that, then it's gonna be like,
Are the vases are clear, right, or no? That's my question.
Yes,
Yes,
clear
okay,
glass.
Okay, clear glass, okay. I'm gonna send it on the job, I'm gonna hand them more stuff. Can't multitask. But we need-
Yes, it turns like a tall cylinder.
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is.
Are you like this in class? Your kids will.
No, I'm in the meetings, look at him switching. Okay.
My
so
eye
we
is
have-
twitching.
Okay, so we have the centerpiece, we have the basic. See, this is meeting is very interesting now. We have the vases, you're gonna have a charger or something underneath it, that's gold. The blue tablecloth,
Let's draw, look. Draw. This is gold.
napkins, white, are we doing cloth? What color do you want the napkins?
Well, they're
to be?
paper,
Are
aren't
we
they?
doing paper or are we doing cloth? We're doing paper, right? Cause we're on paper now, yeah, paper.
¿Quién va a lavar? No, nobody's
No,
washing.
paper, okay, so paper
The
now.
nice like linen style ones. They
Yeah,
have nice
that
linen
nice
ones.
linen
One.
Okay, do you want?
We gotta
those
look for those.
White or gold? What do you want?
Ivory.
Say yeah.
Ivory,
Yeah.
napkins, white, that's a thing.
Ivory's a little more like.
Yes.
Not
Okay.
white.
Not white.
yeah, white is too.
So
You wanna look for
you
linen?
find them and
If
then
she's on Amazon already, maybe she could look for linen style. dinner
linen
napkins.
style dinner napkins. Colored
Disposable linen.
Yes,
There you go.
very important.
There you go. Disposable linen
There you
style.
go.
So they're gonna be whites.
Is what it looked like.
I know.
Charger base.
Not
No
start
stick.
white, start white.
And then the hydro-
No, no,
Okay.
no, see, because that's like,
Okay. Okay.
See?
So what's it gonna be, like ivory or?
Like ivory.
Ivory. What else do we need? The programs. Do we do programs? for
Yeah,
this?
we
Yes.
have programs, but we didn't
What
have enough
color do
last
we
year.
want the programs to be in cardstock? What color?
Cardstock?
Can we do cardstock? We can do cardstock.
I don't know if I have that. Oh, that may be a
Yeah,
problem.
'cause they printed here.
We normally print it in like. on
Cardstock,
Regular
we don't need
basis, I
it.
can do for sure.
Yeah, cardstock is like what, $30, like, I think it's like $30 for a thing. I
How
can get
many
the
do you
cardstock. I can get the, well, 150, we have to plan for 150, no? But what color do you guys want the program, white or?
Why don't we do one per family?
Everybody should get a program.
Every single person. And then they throw them away because they keep one per family.
Right.
I just say it looks nice on the table when you have the program and. you
Oh,
have
because
the
we need to give it
videos
out
and you have
before.
the- Oh, no, I think, no, we're not doing that. We're doing that on the table.
So you wanna leave it on the
Okay,
table?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna set it up at each place.
Exactly, so it looks nice on the table. So what color do you want that?
Okay, so we're gonna set it up.
If
What color is
The table is blue.
So it should be white.
Okay, so white cardstock, let me know if you have any, and if not, I'll send you a link or something you can. So, okay, what else are we missing? The balloon arch lady,
Program. Yes.
balloon arch lady, you're gonna call the balloon arch lady?
I already contacted.
Okay, so Jessica's contacting the balloon arch lady. So that's the balloon arch. We have the thing in the back, because it's in my house, in my garage, and my husband's complaining about it, so I have it at home. What else? Hey, look at your notes, there's something else, please, I'm sorry, sir. She's the last one, this is too-
Serving utensils.
we send you the link for that, or you do that?
Why?
The
I'm
plastic. You do-
Oh,
remember, I
because
sent
of
it
the
later.
because of the Vicky Baker, I'm assuming, and the cake. Probably because of the cake.
No, but we have to eat the utensils to eat.
No, serving
She said
utensils.
serving.
Oh, serving, because we didn't have any last year.
Apparently, I guess not.
We need serving
What do you
utensils.
mean we didn't have
We
any
did.
last year?
With the other.
The caterer didn't bring it in?
We didn't have none. There was.
No, but the caterer should bring that in.
The
Yeah.
caterer should have
hello?
serving
Serving
you.
you should be able to serve their.
I think
utensils.
because of the cake, that's the only thing you guys would have been serving yourselves.
The cake didn't have.
It was probably the cake.
Yeah. The cake?
Okay, Amazon, not a big deal.
I was writing.
And the regular plastic.
With like
utensils,
little tongs
order
maybe
that?
for the patelitos and stuff that the kids were, I gotta contact the lady from Launch House for their catering department, the ones that.
The
kids
service,
are the ones that
the
come,
service,
yes.
you're gonna, Jessica's also gonna contact Lunch
I have
House
a
to have servers.
I have notes of a debrief. Do you have the same ones?
Probably.
Let's see them so we can remember.
Also, like a lot of things with like the parking, we needed people out there for volunteers.
For servers, right?
To reserve the parking for VIPs, we need scissors, registration table should be in the main
Oh, you're
hallway.
too fast, hold on, visitors.
Wait, that's what it was.
parking.
You know, serving supplies were ordered for the appetizers. That's what my notes
Oh,
say. Not
appetizers.
enough
So
appetizers
we need
ordered.
serving, we need serving supplies.
Serving utensils.
Serving utensils.
We have 11.
And not enough,
11.
Last year, I don't know, but this.
We have 11?
Yeah.
it says not enough
If he needs to know
appetizers
which
ordered.
one we added.
And not enough
Which one
appetizers,
she
were
took out.
not enough appetizers from Vicky.
I think we just broke down the STEM
We
one
need
into
more- we need more
politics, science and.
Okay,
Can she double that?
if you can you text me the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
And can she double the order?
How many
Yeah,
do you
but
need?
I think it was
Baking.
also, you guys got stuff from Publix. I don't know if that was last year or the year before.
I know your.
That was your.
Oh,
If Vicky Baker can double the order, it should be enough.
How many? She always asks me how many.
So whatever she did last year, double it.
Oh.
Did she give an invoice?
No, I don't.
No, 'cause she
No,
didn't
because
send
all-
us
it was donated.
Total was for 100, total was for 150 people. Please. Okay.
reminder, catering cannot cook inside the building.
No, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
get them
that was
outside.
another
What
thing.
else? You have, what else in the notes? Have ever
You
talked
guys
about
should-
it?
This is a suggestion, you guys, when we do receive the Amazon stuff, you guys should actually like, physically go through it to make
Yes.
sure it's
We'll make sure. We'll
meets
go-
your
we'll go.
expectations.
This committee works for people. We show
DJ needs to make sure their mic and speakers are working as
I
soon as
haven't
they arrive to
here.
set up,
the DJ.
hopefully within hours in advance of the next start.
Who's the DJ?
You do need board members to be present for setup. There wasn't enough last
They
year.
will all be here. because
That's
we're
not-
amazing. We're
Sorry,
gonna
is
get
it-
issue this year.
You needed a lot more time for setup, May 1st.
What do I
So
put
what's
for
gonna be
DJ?
there?
4 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
You
We
need
had
a lot.
class.
Yeah, my husband.
We put 4:30 for it to be.
4:30.
The balloon person,
4:30, please. You guys can change there. There's really nice bathroom. Say 4:30, please. Thank you.
the balloon person did not have enough time to finish arrangement, was still setting up as guests were getting
Yeah, the
into their
balloon people need
seats.
to get there like at 1 o'clock. That lady needs to.
Is
get
it
there.
open at 1 o'clock?
Well, it is open, there may be other activities, so they may have to do it off to the side.
Look at your top side, they
No, it
can
has
have.
to be done on, because she does it around the thing. And I don't think we can.
So I guess ask her how much time she needs and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, because she definitely didn't have enough time last year. I remember that.
Seating charts need to be finalized for the event, I remember sitting with you
Yes,
going. through
and the
that.
script as well, but the script. we can work
Reserved
on.
seating signs.
Yes.
Who does the seating chart?
I do, probably.
Well, Haley ended up doing it on the spot.
Yeah,
Already on the spot, so you're gonna work.
Yeah, I can remember.
Okay, so
What did you guys say on the DJ?
we didn't. Who's calling the?
DJ needs to make sure their mic and speakers
Yeah,
are working as soon as they arrive to set up.
Yeah,
Like,
that
they-
was the DJ that,
For the 2 years in a row,
Oh,
it's
that's
been
not
like,
good.
yeah. bad. Yeah, it's like they can't talk. I remember my brother was like, okay, forget it.
So that's
I'm just walk out there.
Teacher.
Yeah, then
Do
we
you
all.
want me-
have to
I
use-
have these notes, I can send them to you guys.
Yeah.
If you're gonna reserve parking, make sure to assign a volunteer or board member to man the parking lot, because we had nobody to do
Yeah, do
it.
you want student volunteers?
Do you guys want student
Oh, yeah, that
volunteer
would
from
be
high school?
great.
Yes. Okay, so
But
maybe-
an adult needs to be with them.
Yeah.
Okay, at what time?
So
The balloons-
parking
okay,
lot
What
for
time does it start?
volunteers?
5:30? It starts at 5:30?
No.
No,
The event?
tell, what do we got?
What time does it start?
Yeah, what time does the event itself?
The
6:30.
event starts at 6:30.
So I'm gonna tell her the balloons have to be done at 5, by 5.
No, tell her 4:30.
Probably early.
Well, they have to be done by 5.
That means the six.
Huh?
Yeah,
No, 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 they have to be done by 5.
Exactly, so that means.
Tell her
six in case it
4:30 para que
runs
sea un
late.
poquito más tempranito. Or tell her
In
by
case anything goes wrong.
4:30, what would be great? Tell her by
Would
4.
they
Tell her
pop
by
it? What time does the event start?
6:30.
Balloon arches there. Tell
Alright.
her by 4.
I'm gonna continue
Four.
my list, limit the guests for retiring teachers, I think it was like way too much.
Oh, is the mayor gonna do that again? Well.
Did he?
I
Is it
sent
taken
it
on?
email,
Yeah,
I
but
have not gotten it.
You can't like limit the list of return teachers because it's the school's.
The guests.
Oh, they're
Yes.
Limit
One
guests.
teacher had
10,000.
Two guests
That
per
six or
person.
7.
How many is it gonna be? Two
Two per
per?
person. I
But
think
thing
it
is
should
that-
be 2 per person everywhere.
Yeah,
Like
everywhere.
Kids,
Agree. So just a
retiring
parent, or what
teachers,
if it would have
everybody.
been like a grandparent in there?
no.
Too bad.
Like
Two
you go outside.
They do it for
Yeah.
graduation.
How about
they
3,
do it
guys?
for
3's a
everything.
holy number. 3, can we do 3? I'm
No.
thinking about this.
It is 3, the child and the 2.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Think
three.
about them, we don't have like $10,000 to
Yeah.
like spend.
We
Yeah.
should, okay, fine.
Okay,
Two.
May what again? Cause I don't have my
Two
calendar.
May
on.
first. Thursday, May first.
This is the day of the
And
event.
my last note was, yes, Thursday, May first. And my last note was order extras of everything.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, I have evidence.
Okay, two guests per person, fine.
Oh, I also, I'm reaching out to a videographer, so then he can be there for this.
Is he gonna do it for free or? you-
No, for money, but.
Did he service hours? No, this person already graduated.
Graduated.
What about, don't the high schools have like in a club, like in?
Yeah,
What is it called?
No, this person's free.
Something.
I know what
This
you're
person
talking
is-
about. That person's free. Okay.
Yeah.
We have a TV production
Would they be able to come on and maybe do a?
Okay.
and see.
So Claudia's gonna ask their TV production.
So Claudia's, I'm gonna write this down.
I know, I've been making my.
But we still have a DJ, guys. Who's the
I
DJ?
don't have
Are we
no
calling the
Okay,
DJ?
I just don't know. Do you
The
guys-
DJ was a student.
Yeah, was.
Well,
the
he's not a
graduated?
student, well, he's not a student anymore.
Okay.
Graduated.
I have his mom
So I know he did it
on
for
social
free.
media. We kind of communicated for once in a while on social media, so I can ask her. Cause he donated, I think, his time.
Yeah, he wasn't paid.
Yeah, he
wasn't paid.
donated. So what do we do with the microphone? Is the microphone his? Or is it you
So
guys?
we have a sound system, if you guys wanna come to the next bingo and just try it
Okay.
out, it works for our 100 seniors that we
So
have.
can you guys
should
bring
work.
that and
Yeah,
just have the
bring
DJ
that
just do
as-
his music? Cause
We
it was,
can bring
it was
that.
something
Bring that
between the
to
Bring
DJs.
our own.
Yes, please.
However, that is not wireless, that's all. my
Whatever.
So we wanna
disclaimer.
stick with the same DJ or do you wanna see if anybody else has another DJ?
For free?
For free, no, yeah, that's just.
Let me contact the mom.
If anybody knows a DJ at their school, that would bring them for hours.
I'll contact the mom and see. Okay, teacher of the year, VCD doesn't do teacher of the year. It was, they give them a proclamation, one of those. No, oh, no, that's ours, that's ours.
No, BCG does it, yes.
Yes.
That's for
Yes.
the retiring teacher.
Okay.
For retiring teachers.
Yes, the
You guys
We
don't
need a
take care of
response from the mayor. who's gonna-
Okay, mayor.
have no response. What do we do? Do you want me to email him? Do you want me to
Wait,
email
the
him?
mayor's.
Okay, I'll email him.
He's gonna do it.
Okay, so you respond.
There you
So I think we already have the yes from Josh?
You have a yes from Josh, okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
bongo.
Per client, so I
The,
didn't.
the mayor will be.
Taking on the retiring teacher.
Continue.
Continuing
Yeah.
the retiring teachers recognition, proclamations.
Okay.
So we're gonna use.
For
the
that
same
one,
teacher.
we do need a list
No,
of
I
how
don't
many
know.
years they've served. I know last year we were like struggling on our, how many years they've served. Sure.
Hold on, so ask mayor's office. 4.
How many years have all the teachers like?
Been teaching.
Been teaching, cause I
So
was
it's
like a little
like,
bio.
It's
A little
proclamations
bio.
for each one, right?
yes.
That has to go out to each school, no?
But they take care of it.
All they do,
So I don't-
all they do. that.
Cause I remember like
It's a
last year, I had like
mayor's
go around the table, I was like, oh, how many years? teacher?
And he was low-key running it.
I was gonna say,
She was low-key.
sounds like
He was sweet. She was.
That's the end of the-
What else is on the list? So you're gonna get the ones you're getting from
Golden,
right,
yeah.
from home. What else was on the list, honey? Anything else?
AC for next year, I know, I
That
already
is,
sent out
which she
emails,
sent out
yeah,
an email.
but that was
For what, sorry?
the
The
AC,
AC, you sent out an
but you
Oh,
already sent out
yes.
an email, so that should be.
What about the AC? Cause I see.
That
She sent an
working.
email. She sent it, I also sent an email and they responded that it was working.
Yeah,
Send it to all of them.
essentially
She sent
that.
it to all of
That's
them.
like-
She sent it to
That
all
it's
of them.
working?
Yeah, cause last year wasn't working.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I
But
remember.
from now
So we
to
have
then.
fans and stuff back.
Right, so I think
I
we'll have to
think we
do, can we have someone physically go over there from the town to confirm said operation of AC?
Like closer in the event.
Yes,
I
because,
asked them if they could closer to the event, check it out, and I forgot what the response was, give me a second.
Should we, I can go, do you think I should go like 2 days before and check myself, like go see days, I never, I can go.
Well, the thing is,
I
like,
will
the
say,
those bingo
I thought
days.
that, I was gonna say that, we had bingo this morning and it felt, it really did, we had like 125 people.
And it felt good?
Oh, that's fine.
We just need to make sure that they don't cook inside, like, that was like the biggest.
And the
No, but they
doors,
just left here.
no, and the doors, and the
No, no.
doors.
Yeah,
has to be
the
closed.
doors.
Yes, I read your
Doors
email
have to be
and
closed.
he did say, he responded with her saying that the doors have to be closed, because we have those open.
We have
We have to
the
close
doors,
them.
Close the doors.
And then as people walk in, they can walk in, but remember how they were open with
Yeah.
the ones that were
All of
open to
them.
the reception area?
All of them.
oh, so those.
He
Yeah.
has both double doors closed, like all the doors. It's
Yeah,
all
but
closed.
because I remember when I went and cause I complained about the AC last time. Because I thought it was ridiculous,
Mhm.
but when I walked, the hallway itself was
Was
super
cool,
cool,
right?
Yeah, it was the
Cause I think
inside.
it's two-way seat, that, I mean, last year, that was my understanding. But anyways, this is what they said.
No, yeah, he had said that about the doors. I remember.
That it
reading
was
that in the email.
replaced in September 2024, so this was after the event, is what they're stating.
Okay,
That the unit was replaced in 2024, since then we've had no complaints. General service team is only doing routine inspections and maintenance.
Just make sure doors are closed.
And then even though it's a new unit, we asked event organizers.
so
to
who is it
sign
that
up.
both, is it another one?
Both Omar and Jeremy were on this.
So they can go with the little gun and go, what's the temperature? Remember how they sometimes
Yes,
use
that's
a little,
what I'm saying.
the measure, yeah. See.
Amy, can you?
They
send-
can always coordinate test inspection on the system the week before, is what they said.
Okay,
That's good.
tell them to, yes.
But he's like, historically, the main reason for system failure is due to
The doors anyways. Whatever, let's just keep the doors.
We'll keep the door. Guys,
somebody
we're gonna
needs to
set
be
up-
on door duty.
We're gonna set everything up early, ladies, so that door will be closed. The reason it was open, I think is because we were trying to decorate and we were doing everything last minute, but
Yeah,
everything.
but I mean, you got
early,
people
we're gonna
coming in,
close.
you're gonna have foot traffic, it's
One
gonna be
door.
impossible.
But just should be one
You
door,
know,
like, you know.
You can have that one door, yeah, I mean, if you want to limit to one door, that's
Close
fine,
the
but
kitchen door.
understand.
We
it.
can have a
Open
volunteer,
door
one of the
fine.
volunteers from the high
Yeah,
school
I'll-
doing that, yeah. We'll have people,
Oh,
we'll have
wait a
people
minute.
strategically helping us, so don't worry, we're gonna have kids this year helping. But that's it, I don't, anything else on the list, Haley, that you can see, Mohammed? Anything else, babe?
let me double check.
My concern is the DJ, I'm pretty already get that DJ, but if not,
Just remember to bring scissors in the parking.
yeah, so the parking will have volunteers, so that's
Yeah.
fine. And,
The backdrop, do we have
I-
the backdrop?
I have it, yeah.
The proclamation request for the retiring teachers does have to be made online through the mayor's page.
Oh, yes, they do have a website now.
What is it?
So
We have to
For
share
all
that with the schools?
proclamations, the mayor is now having all proclamation requests go through the.
So the school
website.
should do
So the
that.
schools have to request it.
I guess, yeah,
Not us, we
the
don't
thing is,
do
I don't know the
the
details of
retiring
that
teachers.
because
They
I
do.
didn't handle it, it was the
Yeah.
mayor's office. So I'm
Oh.
assuming they just connected with whoever the contact was at school and they got that information.
Okay, so you know what? That's them. At the end, they'll report how many we're gonna have and that's it. Because that's not our initiative. That's their initiative. So at the end, whoever they report is coming. That's who we write down because we have enough.
I'll just
So we
follow
need
up with
to
them
let,
to
yeah,
make
we
sure,
need to let the schools know that.
but they should be the ones. doing
They're the
this.
ones that are.
But I'll
yeah.
follow up,
Okay,
I'll
you
follow
got-
up with the mayor's assistant.
Oh, you did the job.
I'll follow up with the mayor's assistant.
Yeah, because you may have to go through intergovernmental
So
to
if you
get
want me
that.
to email him, you want me to do that, I can email Josh, you want me to email Josh?
I mean, you can too, I don't mind over communicating is a good thing, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna email Josh too, I'm gonna email Josh.
So, but I'll send it.
So to follow up, you said there was a page on the.
Mhm.
To make sure they communicate.
The
with
proclamation.
schools on how they want us.
No, how. Yeah. Alicia, so I'm gonna follow up with the mayor's assistant to make sure that the proclamation. That the schools. Go on the proclamation page, requests for the proclamation to be.
Okay, so I have check the nominations for the campaign. Base is clear, balloon arch, BCD, culinary students, figure bakery.
Okay. And the
Oh,
program,
wait, DJ, oh my god.
the program, you work on the program or we?
All I would need, so, unless there's anything specifically that you guys, here, let me.
Is there a script?
I'm gonna send you guys
script is
last
gonna be
year's,
next.
I'm gonna send
Next.
last year's program so you guys can review.
Yeah, it would be great.
I think I have that, normally we put it together, but I think last year Marit put it together, I could be
I can
wrong.
put it together.
No, I'm only stating that because in case I can't find it, I think it's because Marit.
I can ask him.
Okay.
But normally we put it together, what I ask the committees to give me is really the run of show. So you give me that, I copy and paste it into the program.
But
The
do you-
design, we'll design it for you.
Do you have the scripts then from last year? They had a script. Or who has the
Script?
script? Yeah,
Yeah, they had a
what's their-
script.
They had a script.
Yeah, there
it
was a
doesn't say
script.
What,
Who's
there was a
they?
script. Mario.
Maybe.
Mario.
Did you remember it's the
Oh,
one that, yeah, this,
I
remember?
think
Oh, okay. We
I
can
have it
edit
from
that.
2 years
We'll
ago.
edit that.
Marit's put this together.
We can edit that.
Marit's
We'll
put
edit
this
that.
together.
Okay, we'll edit that. Okay, yeah, March did everything. Yeah, so we'll edit that. Haley and I will edit that, the program and the script. and then send that. So, Haley and I will work on the script and the program. And I'll send it to you ladies so that you guys can do your, because you all have to read and say
Okay.
something.
Launch Child is in for the culinary students, so they're gonna
Great.
come in.
Okay.
How many do we need? How many do you guys want?
10, 15.
There was like 15 or 20, cause
50,
everyone
so-
had like a table.
I
So
have
say
the program.
20 kids.
I have the program.
Okay,
15 to 20
and
kids.
what time do you want them there? If we start at 6:30. Remember, they stand behind the table, they pass out the drinks, and stuff, and then with the dinner, they pass out the dinner while the awards are going, I think we did it, so.
5:30, 5:30, 5:30, an hour before? Okay, 5:30.
One last, something I just came across. The programs last year were done externally. They were printed through a printing. company. So you guys did pay $420. And it was only 100, that's why we ran out.
Yeah.
No.
So we can do 150 in-house, I just don't know if we can do it on Cardsack, that I have to. confirm.
No, I just do it. Yeah, no, I'm paying a 400.
But I'll check, if we have Cardsack, we'll do it on Cardsack, it doesn't cost anything.
Oh.
Do you guys have that pretty paper that you use? Cause when the Optimus workshop. When they did it a couple weeks ago, it's like a nice glossy kind of
Mhm.
paper.
I just have to make sure I have enough of that, so that's why I need to check this
Right.
stuff, cause I don't normally use that.
So I
That
will
was so
check
nice,
the
that was nice,
inventory
that was a
on
nice
the
paper.
page.
Just nice
so,
paper.
Yeah,
What they
Yeah.
gave for the spelling bee, do you think that's enough or do you want more?
What they gave for
It
the
was, I
spelling.
think it was ridiculous. And
No, that was not enough.
Yes, it was, we have Daniel, we left.
everything was left over.
You guys had leftovers.
Yeah.
That's like for-
That was for the
kids was that?
evening.
Wasn't-
Yes, yes, that
That's
was-
150 people. Not gonna be-
I think it was-
Well, we had, how many people would you say, is it a rough estimate?
No,
I
I
knew
gave you
you
150.
But, no, that wasn't enough for 150. No.
Okay, okay.
So
So you wanted the
maybe-
same type of,
And he have the
Yeah.
program, so don't worry.
Los pastelillos, croquetillas, pastelillos, todas esas cositas.
It was nice, the setup she had was
Yeah,
nice,
that's very
pero más
nice.
cantidad.
More cantidad.
Yeah, we had left over for whatever was there, so.
Not
I
bad.
would say about 70.
Yeah, pushing it. It
Okay,
wasn't
so
much.
then maybe like.
I don't like people to leave it a bit hungry. That's-
But we're gonna feed them after, right?
Yeah,
No, but
I mean,
still,
these are just
but I don't know, it was a
appetizers.
big thing that the appetizers was not enough last year.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember either.
How many people are going, are invited?
150.
That's our goal.
Okay, anyway, we can improve that bit.
And
We're
100
gonna
to
send
150.
Okay.
invites to like higher ups, like.
Yeah.
So yes, tell me who you want invite sent to, if you want.
The same people as
last
last
year, I
year.
guess.
Yeah.
Same people, yeah, it's the same people as.
Who
last
are the people?
I don't,
year. I don't know.
I wouldn't go off of them just in case.
Okay, some people
But
change.
hold
their
on, yeah.
positions change.
But let me see if I can find them.
Start thinking of people that we have to invite, guys.
Well, you gotta
Well,
invite your
education.
board member, you gotta, I think, right? And your region.
Your brother.
line
No, I
director.
have an
Yeah.
RSVP list, so loose.
It's 100
People to invite.
Brent's already said yes, you can go.
Oh, you have different things here.
Oh,
The keep in mind, you have the scholarship winners, if anybody submits scholarship applications, we don't have any of those yet.
Yes, you have,
School board member.
Andrea from the grant that
looks
goes to
nice.
present her, the
Right,
scholarship.
the EAB member, superintendent, region superintendent, retired teachers, the council members, the sponsors.
Yeah. Well, if you're inviting the region soup, then you don't have to invite the line director, because she'll probably send him in her place if she doesn't.
Oh, and something to think about, are you guys gonna be inviting the principals? The principals of the schools that are being, of
They
the
could
students that are
mention
being
them,
recognized,
I
or
think every
the,
school should
or the
have one
teacher, or the
administrator
person
there.
that nominated
Or a
them?
representative from the
administrator?
school.
An administrator.
We
or
usually have the
representative.
teacher nominated, the student at one, and then administrators are all invited. But they usually have to RSVP, so we have their seat available.
Administrators and principal or
one
just
one
Or like
representative
one
of the
rep-
school?
representative.
One
So
staff
just came out.
representative.
They
So it's-
usually send one representative from each school.
So that's what I'm saying, so we
And then the teacher,
requested,
so it's two per school,
so the teacher that nominated.
right, the teacher
essentially.
nominated them, that
So
one,
the nominator and the.
and one
And an
administrator, one
Or
administrator.
representative, somebody.
Nominator, so one
That's like a
nominator.
nominator.
And one
of the
that's
people.
representing each winner.
Yeah.
Kid, Carrie.
Two, you guys want to
And
give
one
it.
So it depends on.
Yeah, we're giving them two
So-
parents, they're a nominator.
On
And then
each school.
Another principal.
one, usually it's the principal.
Nominator, representative from each school.
Okay, so the balloon arch is 300. So they.
And
usually
then-
give it 300.
Both superintendents.
CB.
Yeah,
Balloon
Region
arches,
and
300.
region and superintendent. I wouldn't invite both.
And they're gonna make it all right, no tenemos que hacerlo like last time.
No, they do the art.
They do
You guys-
art.
We just do it,
Okay.
because we're gonna be busy doing it.
Yeah, okay,
Getting the
perfecto.
tables ready.
Like that.
And school board, member, that's it. Are we limiting any, well, region superintendent one,
Guys.
school board member, let me know.
Okay, so Thursday, May 6:30, EAB award.
My gosh, they weren't gonna wanna bring it down. I don't know. It's a weekday?
It's a weekday.
The third.
You already sent out the award invitation?
No, I don't think so.
No.
The
a weekend,
flyer
huh?
inviting them?
Yes.
I sent it to
not like there's
the
dinner and dinner.
intergovernmental person,
Exactly.
Okay, well, no, I just,
but I don't know if they've sent it out.
okay.
That's where I don't have confirmation. So one nominator for each winner, one school principal or rep for each school where there is a winner, region superintendent, and school board member.
Vale.
Anybody else?
Sorry.
And obviously the sponsors.
The sponsors get two.
Let me see what is.
Except for the title sponsor.
Yeah, I think it's laid out enough.
Yeah.
So right by five, you said?
Let's do it for about 5 years.
So they get
Just
help.
Yeah.
Okay.
The time sponsor, what can you
It can only be one, we already have.
The only thing with the title sponsor, please keep in mind is that the title sponsor, we give category exclusivity to, so as long as they're not another like auto. Dealership thing, we're good.
No, but the title sponsor's already taken, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, even in the other sponsors, it cannot be
The
something
same
that.
kind.
The
Yeah,
same.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let me know about the balloon arch, if anybody's gonna get any other prices, so I can let her know for sure.
I'm doing it right now, but I don't know if she'll
Okay.
respond. I think she'll.
Send a picture of what we want, like the big,
Can you show me what you guys had last year? Do you want like
Anybody have that
multicolor?
yeah, the gold, the blue.
Gold, blue and white, so
Yeah,
the
sure.
colors, gold, blue and white.
We have a picture somewhere.
I look on my Instagram, but I have the picture from 3 years ago, I don't have a picture. Hey, do you have the pictures from last year, honey? Yeah, right, because we need to see what the.
And I'm trying to see.
Last year was
what day?
This is me trying to get you back on track,
May.
just remember you have two other.
I know,
items.
I know, but
I don't want you to.
It's just that this, guys, this meeting runs a little, we started late.
No, no,
This
it's
meeting runs a
fine.
little bit longer, because we only have, next month is,
Yeah.
we're, it's
In April.
April.
Mhm.
And then this thing is in the beginning of May, so we're only gonna have a
First
meeting,
day
so
of
I'm
May.
sorry, we have to take our time.
Yeah, let me know if you need a
So we're last
subcommittee
minute
at
rush.
any point too.
Mhm.
We can always do a subcommittee.
I don't really like doing those unless we have to, so I'd rather stay a little bit later. This
Okay.
was 3 years ago, oh no, this is a horrible picture, but 3 years ago, was this?
No, that was a different
That was
person.
a different person.
No, last year was better, where's the one from last year?
I don't have the one from last year.
What are you looking for
For
last?
the
arch.
picture of the arch. I'm gonna send it to you, I'm gonna look for it.
Oh, I think we should have pictures for that.
It was May, right? Yes.
It would have been in May, too. It would have been in May too. But it's just a simple arch from a gold, blue, white.
But she's gonna ask me like.
Yeah, yeah,
how
that's
many
number of
colors,
Yeah.
all of that.
Gold, white, our colors are
me
gold,
see if
white
I
and
can
blue,
find
I
the
guess.
picture
because
here.
Red is just.
That's
Gold, white.
Why
and
do I
blue.
not have a picture?
Gold, white and blue. Those are the three
Guys,
colors.
it should be on the
Here.
website then.
It's
You
on
have it?
Oh.
Is that from last
the
year?
town one.
You
You're
can
looking for
put-
balloons?
Last year, right?
Yeah, this is last
Okay,
year.
there's.
Yeah. Let me see if she can,
Is
see.
that
We can
the
show it
last
to Jackie, because Jackie's the one.
No, no, but send her the picture because she has to
Oh,
send it
send
to the person
Oh, yeah, yeah.
of the
You
art.
can send it to her? You
Yeah.
can Send it to
I'll
her.
send it to
Somebody
you.
send it.
Send it on the email.
Mhm. I'll send it to you.
But it's gold, white and blue, nothing. It's an arch.
Just very full.
A very full
Lovely,
arch,
yeah.
but it's an arch, yeah. Okay, is there anything else for this event that we want to, so we're gonna meet again, because that's my question, we have one more meeting and then boom, the event. So the meeting is gonna be our regularly scheduled, which is the third. We have to set a date now, so. Do you guys, I don't think we need an emergency meeting for this, I think one more meeting we should have all the information at next meeting, no? What do you ladies think, or do you want to have 2 meetings next month for this event? Let me know, please, so I can, what do you guys want to do? Next. Our meeting, we have one more meeting. and if we
Have the one to
earlier-
see if we feel
If
that
we
we're like,
have an emergency one, because we're scheduled for the third
Right, we
Monday
can
of
meet
the
in
month.
April and then if we have to meet again, like,
Our third meeting, the third,
The end of April.
the third is April
Right.
21st. Everybody
April
check your
21st.
schedule now, let me know, please.
What is it?
April 21st would be the.
would be our schedule.
Our
regular
scheduled
schedule,
meeting,
that's
which
how
would
it
leave
goes.
us, because the following week, is the first.
You would need the subcommittee before that.
Yeah.
I would
first or
say
second
move that one.
Can we move that meeting
move
up,
it.
like to the 14th or another
The
date?
14th.
yes.
Another-
Yeah,
No.
I think the
Okay,
first
so when
week
do
would
you
be.
guys want?
April 7th,
The
Yeah.
week of April 7th, can we meet the week of April 7th? Sorry.
should be.
And then if we have to have an
So for
emergency.
And that's the
the,
last day for
how much
nominations
time do
too.
you need for the subcommittee? Cause that helps reschedule.
If we do an extra meeting, it would have, be with the week before, no?
Mhm.
So the 21st, the week of the 21st, we would have the emergency.
No,
meeting.
the subcommittee. I thought you guys were saying the.
No.
subcommittee.
No, we're talking about if we need to
Just
have
if we
another
move up
meeting.
our-
Oh, move it just in case,
Move it
okay.
up.
No, it would be the 28th, the week before.
No, 21st.
The week of- Oh, because you're talking about the week before. okay.
We can do the 7th,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
there is another meeting taking place that day from 6 to 7. So either you guys do it from 5 to 6 or from 7 to 8. I'm sorry, or 4:30 to 6 or 7 to 8:30.
Guys, remember our April meeting? We have to sit here and choose the winners. That's
That
a
one
big
has to be
meeting.
When
So
is
that's a
the-
long meeting.
Hold on, when is the
And we won't
deadline?
have the kids by April 7th, so we still have to meet the 21st, and we're gonna have to have another meeting.
But wait, if we have them, the deadline is April 7th,
April for them to submit is April 7th, but I
can we
bet
do the
you they won't.
14th?
The Monday after.
Because that gives you
So
time.
you can do it the week.
It's not
that
as
week.
close to the event.
The 14th, can you have something on the 14th? Yeah, cause we're gonna have to pick the winners and wrap up any planning.
Would that give like enough time for like the awards to be made?
I
Yeah.
just asked him, he hasn't gone back.
2 weeks, I think. is
But he
enough
can
for
do
him.
it, yeah.
He works fast, he works fast.
Yeah, but she's right, if the nominations are due, then that would be like.
Yes, it's a long meeting.
It's gonna be a long meeting.
I try to send it to you guys when it's close, so
Yeah.
if you guys review it in advance, you can come a little clearer.
Right, but the 7th is the deadline.
Yes, correct.
So it's like,
So we don't wanna meet that.
they can like submit it that night.
Can we do it do you guys wanna start at 6 a little bit earlier? Can you make it at 6? So we can, because it's gonna be a longer meeting.
So
What day is
am I
this?
moving?
April 14th?
I'm moving your regular meeting to
To
April
14th. yeah,
at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. Okay,
What
everybody
day of
please
the
put that in
week
your
is that?
calendar nowadays, that's Monday.
Monday.
Please put that right on your calendar, please, meeting, because that's an important meeting.
April 14th at what time?
At 6 p.m., we're gonna start a little bit earlier so that we can, because it's gonna be a longer meeting.
I'll be coming.
No,
that day.
I have an appointment on that day, but I will try my best to get here.
The last one before the same.
Yeah.
So we don't have, if we do it early, we don't have to have a.
I
It's
will
it's my
mention-
dental appointment, I can't, the one that's my follow-up, so I have to be there.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
6 p.m., okay.
Yeah, it's early, it's at 3, so if they can get
For what
done,
it's
quick,
worth,
not like
The committee meeting,
then.
Uh-huh.
And I'll
part of
be
part of the rules, I think, is a proxy vote. So if they change the rules, then you could maybe vote.
Maybe
Even if
she's
she's
When
not
they-
physically here.
from the dental chair going.
Hi.
But I'm saying if it passes next week, if it passes next week, I believe the committee rules have something about.
Okay.
Allowing,
Interesting.
because right now we don't.
Worst
do
case
that.
scenario, if I can't, I'll be like.
Not if you can
Really?
make
I'll get
20.
you a paddle.
Monday,
Yes,
April 14th
no.
at 6 p.m.
Okay, Monday, so everybody got it?
Monday,
April
April
14th
14th.
at 6 p.m.
14th at
6 p.m. we'll have our next meeting
Yeah.
so that we can, because we have to review the nominees and finalize anything for this day. I think we have everything, ladies. If you guys think of anything else, we can also, email or text or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna quickly move because I know it's 8 o'clock already. I'm gonna go to the next, 8B. So the Miami Lakes Bar Association wants to do a scholarship for a senior in a law magnet program. So you said we had to vote for that to be approved.
So the question really, I guess, is it just them doing the whole program and they're just presenting the award at are your awards of excellence, or are they asking the EAB to take on this initiative essentially?
Who selects the?
That's the
That's
question.
the-
right?
that's-
You
they
guys-
want us to do it. They want us to do it.
They want
So
you
is it
guys
like
to
the
do
Graham one?
Like the Graham one, exactly.
Because the Graham's also Andrea chooses the person.
Oh, no, no,
also.
no.
Like she's involved in the voting.
No, from my
She reads them
understanding,
and
they
she
would,
does them too.
they're just giving the money, the scholarship, and then we can. choose.
We're gonna choose for them.
Yeah.
They don't wanna read the nominations themselves.
That I'm aware of, no. I can
And is
double
the
check.
idea to do it at the awards of excellence? Because that means we're launching a brand new event with,
Wow.
I'm
It
just,
won't be, yeah, it won't be.
and then you guys do have to go to council to get that approved.
Then that we have to get to council for, okay. So what's the? other
That's why I'm
option? Section B,
asking, or is it them just presenting it at your event? They're essentially
Okay,
taking
so
on the
if they
entire
choose
thing.
it and they do.
Well, like if they're
everything,
doing, it's their
and
thing.
their whole thing.
That's
then
not-
they can
You guys
just
are just
allow them to
providing the
present.
arena
That doesn't have
for.
to go to council then?
Then we can just allow it, but if we wanna add it as a category, we have to go to council.
Yeah, because
and
it's
we can short it
essentially
out to this.
an initiative
So
that
then
the
just have
EAB
them
is
read
taking.
it.
Yeah, then right, because then if they
And they
handle
can
it,
come,
they just come and
present
present it.
that day.
Okay, I'll tell them that, and then
That's
if they
just
wanna
easy.
do it next year, we can do it with time, we'll go earlier in the year for the next.
Or
fall.
do you,
Wait, cause
I
they
can
want an
ask
award? They want like an actual, like,
Present
plaque?
$1,000 scholarship.
So then it's just like what the Grahams do, they give them a
Mhm.
check, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So it's not
That's it.
an actual.
but you guys are
award.
part of the voting committee.
But I
Like
was
you guys
thinking
take
that
on the
we would-
initiative
we
and the
would-
town
If
is
we
now
have to-
taking on the promoting.
If
it.
we have to pick the person, like she's saying, if we have to pick the
Right.
person,
We have to go.
we have to go to council.
Have to go to council.
Well, if you're taking on the initiative as a
Right.
right?
So if they want to do it, they're more than welcome to,
Present the thing at the.
right, have their nomination or whatever, right, because she said
They
if
could
we're
do
the
it
one that
all.
put, if they push it out, then it would be a town event.
Okay, so you want me guys to email them back and ask them, hey, which.
This
one you
year they're
want?
gonna have to do
They're
it.
gonna have to do it like that.
Which
this
I
year,
think
because we
I
don't have enough time.
explained it in the email, I know she's copied on there.
I know, okay, so if they wanna do it like that, this year is okay, they can just come and present it at the thing and they
Yeah,
pick it, and
because
because
that's
they,
not
but for
an easy-
next year, if we wanna take that on as an initiative, we have to go to council.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll
And
be like a
you
next year
guys take
problem.
on as new event or initiatives.
put that in for like-
What do you want me to put here?
How do you keep up without recording it? How do you keep up?
I just take notes, I'm a good note taker, what can I tell you?
Okay, so for 8B.
All right,
Yeah,
everything.
8B, Soto is going to email the Miami Lakes Bar Association.
Soto will email
Email them, so
Uh-huh.
email them,
Miami Lakes
Bar
Bar
Association.
Association, okay.
telling them they can come present the award this year if they wish to do that, but they have to do everything themselves, they have to select.
can
the-
But the EAB will not be taking on the initiative.
They
Yeah.
can present awards themselves.
We will not take on the initiative,
EAB
will not be taking on the initiative for
For
this year,
2025.
for 2025. But we will bring it up later on in the year for 2026.
We aim to bring it on.
We aim to bring it up for 2026 to add it as another category. But we'll do that later on. That's not enough.
I feel for people thinking.
I know,
Yes.
especially with.
It's okay, I'm used to it, even in college and school and everything, I always took, but I always got good grades because I took so many notes that I could go back and everything, I was like.
Or you wanna send me one of your notes, cause you're.
Yes.
handwriting?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
And yo me lo entiendo, so I'll go back and.
do it. Thank you, Alicia, so much. Okay, for 8C, we're almost at 8C, Mother's Day event, Mike, Jackie, when you went to the last meeting, they had told you they want a table, they want, somebody there.
She told you that
Tables.
they provide us with the
Oh,
table, we have to
yeah.
provide the books, the
Books and
tablecloth. And
A person.
two
So-
people, she said, she.
Oh,
prefers.
two. It has to be two members? How much? Okay.
I guess
Usually
it's a,
two, I know me and Clyde did it.
Okay.
Ages ago.
So May,
Right,
this
ages
is,
ago.
this is,
We went
let's
to
check our
Mother's Day,
calendar,
take a
May
picture.
10th. That's the day before Mother's Day. That's
Yes,
all.
it is.
I won't be here Mother's Day weekend.
So she's out of the way for that one.
We're in the.
I can do it. I can do it right now. I have nothing, so I can do it. Anybody else wanna do it?
Wait, what day? What day?
I can probably
Saturday?
do it with you, Annie, I just need to double check, cause I think that's my last Saturday school.
What time is it?
What time is it?
What time is it? Cause it doesn't say that.
She did
tell you
not
right-
provide
She
me.
did
the
not
time.
provide. a
I'll
time,
tell you
yeah.
right now.
It
It
wasn't in
is-
your minutes, yeah, she didn't give you a.
It is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Farmers market, but what
It's
time?
from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Correct.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
I can do it.
You can do it too? Oh, man, let's.
Maybe,
let's-
I went last year and it was very nice.
Okay, yeah, no, we have kids that volunteer for.
I'll do it, I'll go with it.
Okay, so Jackie, Maite, and Soto will go on the 10th. How fun. Hopefully we can all make it.
You sound so enthused.
I am.
That means you would have to pick up the books from that place.
Yeah, I'll get the books.
No, you don't want to
Oh.
go there.
No, I'll get it.
Well, then you're going.
Okay, I'll get the books. I put you into this. So I'll get the books. So Soto will pick up the books. And then we'll. So the 10.
If it's just the boxes, so we
No,
can.
it's right there close to your house, but it's.
It's right by my house. It's right by my
But
house.
if we
Well,
schedule
with
it
every
with
committee,
time-
right? She said every committee is like.
If we schedule it with time though, we can have somebody transported.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll make sure we do it. It's the 10th.
So like that, you don't have to go grab.
They're very, very heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't wanna break my back. I wanna put here like 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll email you. I'm gonna email you the 22nd email. Sorry, guys, I have to write this down. Now. I forget
Would
to
we be
email.
giving away some of the books that we're collecting through the book drive as well?
The book drive would be.
Why not? The book read will be done by the end of April. Email out about books to get dropped off, right?
As an FYI, just because I noticed, I think one of the council members has an item for next week's agenda about a student doing a scout something project and they wanna do like, they're doing the same thing essentially, a book drive. And I think it's gonna be put out in the, here in San Hall. I'm only mentioning it because that may be a little confusing.
No, and in our school, one of the honor societies is collecting books too. There's 2 book collections in our school.
I mean, just
Okay,
informing you guys.
That's what it is. Okay, so that's that for 10C, 8C, sorry, and then 8D, you said PTSA.
Oh, yes, I saw today, that there was a PTSA
Yeah.
breakfast. I saw on social media. So I reached out, I'm like, why isn't it not all, is it District 4 schools? And they're like, no, the city, the city of Hialeah did it for their school's PTSA. So I was suggested, Town of Miami Lakes will probably do one for their,
PTSA.
for like our schools. But we'd have to work with the, with.
So we have to
the town.
ask before the.
Because the mayor in Hialeah and the council did it, and then, they don't have an EAB, so the school board and other people showed up and, but we can collaborate with the town if this is an initiative that the town would like to do, because we have a lot of PTSA, I mean, Claudia was one of them, that are very, very involved in schools, and they usually don't get recognition from the
recognition.
town.
Back in there was one that was done
Yeah,
by, it was actually by the commissioner. Is how
Okay.
it was done, and it was done over at Country Club, and the commissioner at the time was Steve Bowl. And
okay,
what he did was he invited all of the PTSAs within the
the
district.
district,
And he had a breakfast over at, what is it, Country Club? At
Yeah, the Miami
at
Country
bar. Mhm. That's where he had it. That's how it was done. It was done just for, I think they only did it like a couple of years.
Mhm.
But it was done there. He had it there.
It could be either at town hall or it could be.
Okay, that's not just to recognize the
This
PTSA.
was at my Lander, it was very
Yeah.
fancy, very.
Yeah.
It was very nice, I saw pictures.
Well, they also have a lot of schools.
How many did they,
have a
how
lot
many
of
people,
schools.
how many? like-
It looked.
Oh, you
pretty. I couldn't
your
go because
schools
my
were,
principal
yes.
was out of the building. So I had to stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
But
but
I
they have a
saw
lot of
pictures
schools.
and
We have
it was
a
very
lot of
nice.
schools.
Okay, so how-
Ours would be small.
I guess you guys can either go through council or maybe you want a collaboration with the commissioner's office. I know that they also are very involved with the town. So I guess that's a brainstorm
So
for
we
you
have to
guys.
bring, we have to
Mhm.
bring that up to.
If it's going through me, EAB, we have to do it on your reporting schedule. However, if one of you as residents want to go to your elected officials and ask them to put it in on an item.
Yeah, because then you're talking about funding now.
Well, I guess those are the details you wanna, like.
It's really, we don't really have a lot of schools, so for us, it's not that bad. I
But
mean,
when would we be doing
one,
this?
2, 6.
When would we be doing this? 'Cause we
I
have
think
this
those
one.
are the details you need to take.
No, it's not us, it's just bring it up as maybe we can collaborate with them. I'm not
Yeah, but
putting
this
money
will be
into
for
it.
next year. This will be for next
I
year.
don't know.
Because we can do this.
Yeah.
They invited several people, so they invited like
Yes.
all of the PTSA for the school.
Mhm.
So like at our school, it was like 6 people, plus like parents that were very, very dedicated.
Also, they also, the
Yeah.
schools also did that.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
We can do
You can
this.
always ask the
Yeah.
commission.
Well, they have, I think,
Yeah,
I
they
think,
want to
if I'm
It was
not,
just
I think it
the
was 14 schools.
members.
A lot. I think you guys have 14. We have 6.
It's about 30
Oh,
people,
if
at
we
least.
include HMO.
I think Hialeah has more than 14.
Members.
Well,
No,
this
more
is
than
just
14
something we
Yeah, yeah,
wanna
I think
make
it's a lot.
Okay, so.
Just
but-
in that elementary.
Just in the Hialeah area, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think we could do it. We have this event coming up in May. I don't think there's any feasible way to do it before this school year ends.
No,
It would have to be a next
um,
school year initiative.
Unless we do something like what the Mother's Day event is, and we just collaborate and show up. Let me see what. we can- Reaching out
what
to
do you-
my elected officials
You guys think I'm bad?
and see if they can,
And I know the commissioner's office is always
Yeah.
eager to
yeah.
The same
help
day as
out the
the, as that
elderly if
event?
there's
You mean the
any.
same day as that event, as at the farmer's market, the same day? Oh, what do you, I'm confused.
No, I'm talking about something like that, like how we
Separate.
don't do it.
Oh,
And
we
it's,
don't go
yeah,
up.
yeah, we just go as,
Okay,
you know, for the
okay,
kids.
so you're gonna reach
So
out.
I'm just gonna go
So
see.
Jessica will.
I
reach
just
out
thought it was
to
Just
the
to go
council.
brainstorm.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, then-
brainstorm.
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 That's
And
it.
Jessica will reach out.
We'll support you, not physically, but we'll spiritually, we'll be there. There you go.
Jessica will reach out and we're gonna brainstorm
Yeah.
and blah, 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 blah.
Okay, any, and now I'm gonna move on now to number 9, any
That's not very
announcements,
true.
important announcements, any important announcements? No, going fast, okay. So 10, I call this, during this meeting at 8:08 PM.
I second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.